You're good.
He's just going to get up and leave.
Yeah, okay.
Mid-sentence. Like, the thing about that is...
I mean, you've done that a couple
I'll
times,
give
right?
you good content as I storm out.
The meaning of life is...
Fuck, Adam hates Asians. All right.
I'm pretty sure you and Cody have both done that at some point. I think Cody because he had to sprint to the restroom, and you because you had to sprint to answer a phone call. But just mid-sentence, gone.
Oh, I think that's when I told my wife I was at work. It was the Doctor Who episode.
That's right, yeah.
And I was supposed to be at work.
All right,
I left two people in charge.
All right, here we go. Hello and welcome to the 56th episode of Damage Control Podcasting, a professionally unprofessional look at the conventions, ideas, and genres of filmmaking. I'm here with...
Daniel Newkirk.
Tony Jones.
Tyler Tipton.
Cody Dietrich.
Okay, so in honor of our special guest, tonight is episode 56, Mythical Flicks. Tony Jones is our special guest. You want to do a quick introduction, or you just want to hit the...
Sure, yeah. I've got the most generic name so that nobody can stalk me ever on this planet. And I am partial to Mythical Flicks with mythical dicks occasionally.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm good. You're saying that, so I don't have to hold my mouth because I'm usually the one that crosses the line here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tony is from Thrones and Scones, another podcast based here in Quincy.
Yes, and I don't want to derail you too heavily, but I brought
that'll
gifts.
happen.
Oh, you brought
Gifts?
I brought gifts.
Oh.
They're two-pronged. So I've been listening to the show, and I just want to start and say that I'm vastly unqualified to be here.
Wait.
No.
You just put it on record that you listen to the show.
Correct.
So we officially have one listener.
Two. Cody's mom.
Oh, Cody's mom. Cody's mom.
We
Thank
actually
you.
carpool and listen together, so it's only one down, unfortunately.
Because
That's who it's been. She hasn't told me.
I'm fairly certain our mom doesn't listen to the podcast
No,
anymore.
she does not.
As we say, recording out of our parents' basement.
Yes.
So that's,
Well,
go ahead.
Oh well, she stopped listening when you stopped showing up for a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
because we have our only SoundCloud comment is their mom going, "Where's Tyler? He's my favorite."
Yeah, that gave my psychologist some.
So to be just terribly unqualified, I want to help you forget, so I brought beer.
Ooh.
I don't pick beer by what I think would taste good. I pick things with weird names, and this one's called Raging Bitch.
Ooh.
And I feel like you don't call your best beer Raging Bitch. You probably call your worst beer Raging Bitch, so it sells as good as the other ones. So
Yeah.
for anyone who would like one, please. But then also, and this has happened on every podcast I've guested on, apparently nobody reads the bylaws of the internet. You're only allowed to have a podcast if you have a baked good segment, and you just don't.
Oh, that's true. We do not do baked good segments.
So I brought scones.
Hey.
Why is it taking this long for him to be on the podcast?
Yes, I think we've gone from guest to regular. Holy shit, those look amazing.
So those are raspberry chocolate scones and orange cardamom scones.
Wait. Orange
Adam can't
what?
even spell cardamom.
What's
do you know what cardamom is?
Cardamom.
I do not.
It is a spice.
Is it spy?
What you would do with it, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I bought it, tasted it, and realized, it's not what I thought it was.
I got you.
They're okay. They're okay.
All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know what this beer is about. I just know that it's probably not great.
2 inflammatory words, 1 wild drink, nectar imprisoned in a bottle. Let it out. It's cruel to keep a wild animal locked up. Uncap it. Release it. Stand back. Wallow in golden glow in a glass beneath a white foaming head. Remember, enjoy a raging bitch.
I stopped
Oh,
Unleashed,
listening,
untamed, unbridled, and heat is pure gonzo.
It's okay.
Ralph Steadman. Who the heck is Ralph Steadman?
A sponsor of today's podcast.
Yeah, he's a fun.
Man, what if this will be
Bottle opener?
I do.
as good as when
Thank
we got Cody drunk on White Walker, Johnny Walker?
Oh, that was.
Ooh, how was it?
I don't know. I didn't like the taste of it, so I downed it in one gulp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he's
wasn't great.
like, I don't ever drink anything, and then like takes a shot of like
That's why I
that
didn't have to
much.
keep tasting it because I can't just just.
You know what's even worse is, at least Tony's nice to me, but he's
Know you? That's why.
he's nice to me, but he beat me before I brought the food that I already owed the podcast anyway. Remember, because I still, or maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Maybe
you
I'll.
brought food too.
No, I said I owe
No,
food
okay,
because
okay.
you know what? Because you know what?
Damn.
Still, you don't have.
In
okay.
theme with the podcast, Tiptons don't pay their debt.
Well, at least Adam doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay, all right.
So yeah, let's cheers to Thrones and Scones. Hell yeah.
Yay!
Sorry, I got a long drive, so I can't.
That
I
needs a
respect
little-
that
needs a little-
choice.
Get out of here, Cody.
But I will partake in the scones, though.
Well, now that we know there's a podcast rule about baked goods,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to
Should
start
probably
bringing
figure that
stuff.
out.
Yeah.
Or maybe the two caterers.
I got some
Yeah.
really good baked goods we could bring.
Damage control and donut hole. You can come up with plenty of rhymes, I'm sure.
This man's got it.
I think we should fire Adam and have him at work.
I'm in. All in. Well, you agree?
I mean, for the delivery.
I'm all in. I agree.
All right.
Okay,
Adam's
all right.
henceforth fired.
All right. All right. So, in honor of our special guest, our amazing and most nice special guest, who I hope comes back again.
Hey, these could be poisoned.
Yeah.
In honor of today's episode, these could be poisoned.
Well, we were talking about cult leaders a little bit ago, so
So let's knock this episode out for the poison takes its hold. Episode 56, Mythical
started.
Flicks. Okay, so tonight's trivia, the pre-pod trivia. Okay, what is considered the one or one of the earliest fantasy / well, they combine fantasy and mythical flicks together. So, what is one of the earliest or the earliest fantasy films ever made?
Excalibur?
No, we're going way, way back.
Journey to the Moon.
Gone with the wind.
Journey to Journey to the or Trip to the Moon. Georges Malay. It's French.
Oh, so
George,
you're gonna butcher
Oh,
it.
well, that guy.
yeah. What
Mark Millar.
do you read comics?
I don't. Hence being vastly unqualified to be here.
I don't read comics either. Don't worry about
You
it.
don't.
I'm not an expert when it comes to this. I just
That's
know
fair.
some stuff for some reason.
Well,
I'm gonna
if you
start-
listen to our first few episodes, there was one guy that pretended to be an expert.
I'm going to start holding my mic all the time. I sound less
More
echoey.
tinny.
Yeah. What is the name of a Treyu's horse?
It dies so fast nobody remembers it.
horse.
A tray. Who the hell's a Treyu?
This is
Never-ending
Never-Ending
Story.
Story.
Oh,
The thing that dies in the
The greatest false advertising lawsuit of all time. The Never-Ending Story.
Falcor?
No,
Oh,
that's
that
the
was a
dragon.
dragon.
Okay, I've never seen the movie.
It dies in the swamp of eternal
spoiler!
Yeah.
It ends.
Yeah, Cody is the king of spoiling things for people. So
I have seen the meme of the horse dying.
Yeah.
So
R-Tax. Oh man, that's good.
Our tax dollars at work.
Yes. What
dying in the pit of eternal silence.
what mythological flick contains 3 almost James Bond, a Bond villain, and a Bond girl? What mythological flick contains 3 almost James Bonds, a Bond villain?
Lord of the Rings.
Clash of the Titans.
Fuck, you're on fire, man. Fire and ice.
Ma'am,
Yes.
you were on some Game of Thrones wiki earlier, weren't you?
I've done a lot of research because whenever we have a guest, I try not to make an ass of myself. So,
I'm so disappointed.
so yes, 2010's Clash of the Titans. James Bond, Sam Worthington, Liam Neeson, and Ralph Fiennes. Fiennes.
Who was that first one?
Sam Worthington. Villains was Mad Mikkelsen. He plays Le Chiffre. Le Chiffre.
The Sheaf.
Shit. And Bond
Ever
Girl.
seen a movie before?
No. Bond Girl is Gemma Arterton. She was Strawberry Fields in Quantum of Solace.
He wasn't around very
All right. What mythological flick contains Hank McCoy, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mr. Wednesday, and Willow Oofgood?
Ugh.
Okay, so it's got
Ewan McGregor.
Maybe.
Oh. Or
I guess,
Alec
it could,
Guinness.
I guess it could be that. Yeah. Who are the other people? Hold on.
Or
Ian McShane.
am I little fingering you? Oh, I'm just fucking throwing it down.
You don't know what half of these things mean.
No, he doesn't. So he Okay, the share time for text with Adam.
Share with me.
Yeah, Adam texts me, "Hey, what should we do for this episode?" I'm like, "Well, we're doing fantasy flicks," and he's like, "Okay, should we do anything special?" I'm like, "Our guest is from Thrones and Scones. We should do something about Game of Thrones."
We are.
Are we?
I'm getting there.
All right.
Well, little do you know, you're going to find out I don't know anything about Game of Thrones now. It's going to be very unfortunate.
Okay, what mythological flick contains Hank McCoy, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mr. Wednesday, and Willow Oofgood?
Immortals.
Huh?
Mortals.
No.
I just want the last name. Oof, good.
2013's Jack the Giant Slayer.
No, nobody saw that movie.
Yeah, no one. No.
Yeah, it lost like $100 million. Tagline.
You see this? He knows we won't get it. That's why he makes the same question.
Tagline hustle. I'm going to name a tagline from a mythological flick. You name the flick. Okay? First tagline. Thief, warrior, gladiator, king.
Gladiator.
No. Thief, warrior, gladiator, king.
Spartacus?
Conan the Barbarian. 1982's Conan the Barbarian.
Conan.
Schwarzenegger.
No, the late night talk show wars. A world light years beyond your imagination.
Toy Story.
Close. It's similar.
Aliens.
Kroll. 1983's Kroll. Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing with the three-bladed ultimate weapon that just throws it, just kills everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't know.
Isn't that what...
The hand movements didn't do it for you?
The White Witch Cometh.
Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe.
No, the Chronicles of Narnia, the
Oh
Lion
my
Witch.
God.
Don't you take this away from me.
Okay, last one.
It's C.S. Lewis's The Chronicle of Narnia.
You're right.
The late C.S. Lewis.
Shit, he's trumped you.
Innocence.
Sir C.S. Lewis.
The late Sir
Yeah.
C.S. Lewis. Innocence has a power evil cannot imagine.
Oh, I've seen this video, but I don't think that it is a movie you're referring to.
Yeah, that does not sound like
It did
anything
not
that you could.
play in theaters.
Innocence has a not
Straight to VA.
Give me a year.
what?
Give me a year.
Give me a year.
Masking tape and
2016.
Sharpie, like no.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh.
Oh, that movie was fantastic.
Okay.
That movie was
What
not
did
what
you
I
say?
thought it was when I first watched it.
2006.
No.
Oh, that's
No,
in
like I thought I was
2016.
like, oh, magic adventures. Evil thing biting fairies' heads off was not what I had pictured when I
Damn
first
it,
watched
Cody.
it.
I met.
That's
Okay.
on my Netflix list.
I'm gonna name drop a little bit. I met Doug Jones, the guy who played Paleface and or the Pale Man and Pan.
Ugh.
He is really skinny and really like he was either really really high or just like one of those new age dudes because he like gave me a hug. He's like, man, you just got such a good spirit. He actually told me, he's like, you just got such a good spirit, and he hugged me.
Very well done.
And then Adam woke up.
No, it was cool. He was a cool guy. Okay,
No, there was a lot more to that dream.
Doug Jones whispering in his ear.
well, I do find Abe Sapien very sexy.
Not the silver, not the Silver Surfer.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I think
so
he,
smooth.
Yeah. Yeah.
The ultimate twink.
I think he likes Abe because Abe can really hold his breath for a long time, and
Where were you going?
It was his own personal shape of water.
Oh, Jesus.
He wasn't in that.
Yes, he was.
Doug Jones was the.
Abe
Yes.
Sapien.
Man, that's a good movie. Okay, last
Is
part of the
Abe Sapien
trivia.
not in that?
Yes.
Last part
he
of the-
wasn't in it, but yeah.
Last part of the trivia before we get to tonight's episode. We're gonna play a game.
Oh no.
A
That's
Game of
upset now.
Thrones. What?
That's the theme song to Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know. I looked it
The
up.
TV
5
show,
points.
not the book.
What?
That'd be amazing.
Actually, every book opens
Yeah.
da 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 da.
Does it? First of all, more importantly, does it have pictures? Because if it doesn't have pictures, I'm not even going to bother.
It
with
does not. It's starkly devoid of pictures, pun intended.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's a house in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know. I make a joke about it later. We'll get to that.
Which website did you copy and paste that one?
No. This one's good. You'll like it.
Fire and ice.
You'll like it. Is it pronounced Got or G-O-T? That's not the trivia question. I just
I think it's GOT because we thought of doing, instead of Thrones and Scones, we thought of doing Gotcast with like the Got Milk logo.
Yeah.
And then we're like, well, people are going to see it. They're not going to get it.
yeah, I
So
got
I
it.
think it has to be GOT.
Okay, what GOT actor is a descendant of the inventor of the flush toilet?
No, it was
Give us
John
a house.
Crapper.
Huh?
I know it's John Crapper. I don't know who the...
The guy that plays... Nope. Never mind. Don't know.
Kit Harington.
No way.
Well, according to him, it is.
No
According to him.
No shit?
What GOT? Wait, what do we got? GOT. What GOT actress has two dogs? Shut up. Has two dogs named Wizard and Angela Lansbury?
Who names their dog
Sophie
Wizard?
Turner.
Huh?
Sophie Turner.
No.
The girl who plays Daenerys?
Amelia Clark.
No.
you.
Thank you. No.
Sean Bean.
Lena Headey. Lena Headey. What? We're almost done, guys. We'll get to the.
I would like to get one correct. So
Well,
please don't be done yet.
We'll get to the meat of the podcast here in a second. Okay. What GOT actor is one half of the short-lived British pop duo Robson and Jerome?
Jerome Flynn.
Oh fuck yeah! You got one right.
Hey!
Do you like Jerome Flynn?
I like Jerome Flynn.
Have you seen Ripper Street?
No.
Oh fuck, it's good. You should do a Ripper Street podcast.
That's next.
Let me be a guest on that. I like Ripper Street. What?
You already have a
What kind of
podcast
baked
that
goods
none of
would you
us are
bring to
on,
that?
so...
What?
You already have a podcast that none
Oh
of
my
us are
god,
on.
Daniel's been butthurt about this all
Are you serious?
He came into work, he's like, did you know that Adam has another fucking podcast?
Yeah, I thought I talked to you guys about it.
Yeah, you're cheating on us with another podcast, is what it is, and I'm calling you out on this episode.
It's all right. It's
It
not
made
a.
work really awkward.
It's just a
I had to
physical.
hold him in my office while I cried.
It's
I
just-
normally I just hold him normally.
Guys, it's just a physical thing. There's no actual feeling there. It's just all physical. What GOT actor, what GOT actors, comma S, internet,
Comma
Sky
S?
comma. Pause comma.
what GOT act? Thank you.
All right.
What GOT actor? I am a product of No Child Left Behind. Thank you, George W. Bush. What GOT?
I'm proud you knew which president acted that.
Yeah. God damn it. Let me start one last time. What GOT actor's Internet Movie Database trademark section reads, driven, intense portrayals, deep baritone voice, frequently portrays gifted speakers in morally ambiguous heroes?
I'm gonna say I stopped listening about halfway through.
You
that. I have
mother-
no idea.
Voice. Morally ambiguous heroes.
The Hound.
Stannis Baratheon.
That's a character
Peter
on
Dinklage?
Game of... Okay.
What?
Peter Dinklage?
It's the Dink. Yeah,
The
man.
Dink?
Dink.
Name a morally ambiguous character.
The dude that
Peter
created
Dinklage's play.
the dude that created the Sentinels.
He played the...
Is that morally ambiguous?
He also played the...
Seems pretty ambiguous.
Oh, crap. X-Men Days of Future Past.
Bolivar Trask.
That's the
what
dude
we're
that
talking
created the
about.
Sentinels.
Bolivar Trask. He also played the criminal in Underdog.
Bar Sinister,
Yeah.
Do you know?
which actually means bastard.
Do you know that movie? One of the Internet Movie Database.
Was that your super secret website?
One of the IMDb's facts on the X-Men Days of Future Past was this is the first time in cinema history a little person was used, and there was no reference to a dwarf or no jokes about it. It was just a character who happened to be. That can't be true, right?
It can't. Like as a face character or something?
Yeah, that can't be true, right?
I don't know. I mean, it would kind of make sense. I mean, how many little people are acting right now?
Warwick Davis, the Dink.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Gary Oldman movie where he plays a midget?
Yeah,
Related to Matthew McConaughey?
yeah. He puts shoes on his knees when he's not Tootsie. I'm gonna look.
And like he ends up stealing Matthew
Tootsie's
McConaughey's
your go-to?
girlfriend.
Well, what's your go-to train? Thank Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmore. He likes twinks, so it's all right. I probably allegedly I should. That way he can't sue me. Everybody's
Twin
like,
kink.
okay, all right. So the dink. Okay, so episode 56.
Oh, this is a train wreck.
Episode 56, Mythological Flicks.
This was almost as bad as episode 55.
Yeah, and all the ones before that.
Wait a
Dude,
minute, I don't remember episode 55.
Oh, I did. It's a good thing you don't.
no, actually, we didn't do episode 55. I canceled because State walked in the
Oh,
building.
Way to shatter the
thanks for the
illusion.
illusion, yeah.
Oh, that's a joke?
Yes, that was the joke.
All right.
Because there is no episode 55.
It never was.
It's like the 13th
You know what?
floor
No,
building.
no.
We'll
Let's
talk
just
about it.
let's just do this. Let's never be in episode 55. Let's just go straight to 57.
Go
Okay.
straight to 69.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you
It'll
don't want
it would be like the 13th floor in a building doesn't exist.
I already went there.
The myth of episode 55.
Then we got to come up with a stupid reason why we don't have it.
Because a fucking space whale came and
You let Reddit come up with the
No,
reason.
Sinbad was on the
You just stay
episode.
quiet.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Sinbad was on the episode.
Maybe we get a
and
film theory about it.
He said it didn't exist, so it no longer exists.
Okay, all right.
is Sinbad still doing things? Is Sinbad still
No.
relevant?
Yeah, because there's a popular myth right now that Sinbad was in a movie about a genie,
Right.
Shazam, and he says no, he wasn't, but like everybody's saying yes, he was.
Who gets Shaq and Sinbad mixed up?
I don't know. There's people who claim they actually had the VHS or anything, and that he's paid them off to not release it.
Now I want to watch First Kid.
Yeah. It's another
Where
Disney.
Sinbad pays the Secret Service guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he's got to protect like the president's son or whatever.
Yeah, like most Secret Service people do.
Yeah.
Damn, what's the name of that? That's the game. That's the Game of Thrones.
Name the composer.
Man, I had that. I just looked it up today.
John Williams.
No.
Oh, all right. That's all I got.
Okay,
He only
okay.
composed,
Take
right.
John Williams' names
Uh-huh.
and like put it in a Yahtzee cup and then throw it out, and then you'll be close.
Danny
Lord
Elfman.
Voldemort.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I like that one. It starts with an R, I think.
Tinker
There's an
Tailor
R.
Soldier Spy. That's the movie where he played the little dude.
That's not even close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tootsie.
So,
Isn't it 3 Men and a Baby?
mythological flicks. Do we like them?
Yes.
What are some of our favorites?
Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
The Hobbit trilogy.
Not a Tolkien dude.
I wanted to talk about it because they got a movie coming out about Tolkien soon, and I want to know more about it. I thought you'd do the proper research for me, and you didn't apparently.
He was pretty
How
good.
do you do a fantasy episode and not talk about Tolkien?
I don't like Tolkien.
He was in a pretty good episode of Legends of Tomorrow.
Tolkien?
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Would-
That's good.
okay.
That's awesome.
Do you like them?
Yes, very much so. I have a problem with a lot of modern fantasy, though. A lot of the modern fantasy movies tend to really emphasize on this slapstick, stupid humor. So I ended up gravitating more towards like more classic fantasy films, like Beastmaster, Lady Hawk, like both of those.
Willow.
Willow.
So you didn't like
What's slapstick humor? Not what is slap like what?
did that Danny McBride movie?
Oh, Your Highness.
Your Highness. Yeah.
That was meant to be.
Yeah.
Kind of
that.
like it. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Or like a lot of fantasy
All
stuff.
dwarves'
is
wives
just-
are unfaithful.
Yeah, a lot of like just no real emphasis on the fantasy and Wonderlust. It's all just okay. We're gonna put it back in time and call it fantasy, and it's just bleh to me.
It's very much gone beyond being a genre, and people are just like, well, it's a setting now. It's not a genre. It's just this is where we put our other movie, if it's a drama or a comedy. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the only one in recent years that I enjoyed was Seventh Son.
Oh, is that any good, man?
Seventh Son was
It has Jeff
really
Bridges in
I
it.
know.
Of
I've
course it's gonna be good.
been wanting to watch it, but it like was in purgatory limbo, or purgatory and limbo the same thing. It was like in development limbo for a while.
Yeah, it came out really good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, all right.
Great Wall was good
Tony?
too.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi.
hello. How are you?
What can I do for you?
Are you a fan or?
Oh, yeah,
Besides,
big-
besides Game of Thrones,
Sure.
what are
I
some?
enjoy Game of Thrones. I am a Tolkien fan.
Oh God.
Or I should say I guess I'm a Peter Jackson fan because the books are not my favorite things in the world.
fair
to
enough.
be
No.
strictly honest.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I suppose fantasy. I was trying to think of a lot of them today.
Yeah.
Okay,
Trust me. If these guys know anything,
so
I have
few movies.
lists. I have lists.
Well,
Okay.
And he'll read
I'll
off
give it to
every
Peter
single
Jackson though, because it's a lot more fun to watch a movie about maybe a 27-year-old hobbit than a actual from the book 67-year-old hobbit.
Are you ageist?
I don't know. I
A
would
little
have
bit.
I
paid.
think you might.
First of all, if
I would've
Liam
paid good.
Neeson was a hobbit, he went Taken style on the fucking token.
Yeah, if they did it that way, you have something that belongs to me.
I get into moods where I'm a big Greek mythology fan. I get into like weird moods where if I watch one, I'll watch like 10 of them in a row, and then I'll just shelf them all, and then I'll come back to them. And like the Immortals. Have anyone seen the Immortals?
Yeah, Immortals.
What do you think?
It was fine. It wasn't moving.
Pre Superman Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
Do you like Henry Cavill?
I'm all right with Henry Cavill. Yeah.
What's your stance on Batman v Superman?
Oh God.
On the movie?
Yeah.
Like you mean the worst superhero movie that
Fuck
exists?
off. All right, you can
All
stop.
right.
Clash of Titans. I know it's blasphemy, but I prefer the remake over the Ridge.
Yeah, you can get the fuck out.
I like the Ridge, man. There's nothing wrong. Stop. It's awesome. It's just
Dated?
the rewatchability on that is.
Like, it seems like you're making fun of it because of its age for some reason. Is this a form
Oh,
of
I'm
ageism?
I'm openly ageist. Yeah, I'm not denying it.
All right.
Ageist.
But
Racist.
the Kraken in the Ridge is better than the remake.
Everything in the original is better than the remake.
That's not true. Sam Worthington's a badass
What
person.
happened to Sam Worthington? Is he around? Is
No,
he doing things?
he
made
was
Man
in.
on a ledge, and then they're like, no.
No, he was in the Titan on Netflix.
Okay.
It was like the Jack the Giant Slayer of Netflix. It was not very good.
It was like trending A-list movie star for a minute.
Yeah. Well, he was supposed to be James Bond. I don't know if you heard, but he was supposed to be James Bond. Reign of Fire. Does anyone like Reign of Fire?
Yeah, Rain of Fire is pretty rough.
Is that
You
the
like
dragon one?
Yeah.
I forgot about that movie actually.
Yeah.
I did like that.
Cool. Okay.
It's got Gerard Butler and
Christian
McConaughey.
Bale.
Christian Bale.
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah.
Ooh, we can't talk
They
about
live underground.
fantasy podcast without talking about Dragonheart.
Oh, Dragonheart was good.
I've never seen it.
The first Dragonheart was
First,
good.
yes. Plainly elaborate. The first one with, God damn it, Sean Connery as the dragon.
There's a second one?
There's a
yeah,
second and
yeah.
a third, and I think maybe a fourth one.
Is Jason Statham in one of them?
I
Probably.
have no idea.
He plays he rides a motorcycle up the dragon back.
What about the Percy Jackson flicks?
Saw the first one, did not see the second one.
I did not like them at all, but that's probably just because I read the books, and books, like always, like it's classic argument, the book's always better than the book, but they were really better than the books were really better than the movies this time. Same thing that happened to Aragon.
Oh, Aragon. Ugh.
I watched them mainly because I like Greek mythology and for another reason, but we won't get into that.
Does it start with an A?
Yep. Same reason I watched
Percy
Baywatch.
Jackson's ass?
And no. What about 47 Ronin? I love 47
I haven't
Ronin.
seen that one yet.
What about Excalibur?
No. I'm not.
No?
I don't really like. I love I love Greek mythology. I love Egyptian mythology. I'm not too much into Arthurian mythology.
Why?
I don't know. Just never really. Which is probably why I don't like Game of Thrones, because isn't it like very Arthurian?
Not really. It's like kind of that time period, but it's not like falling into legends
Very
or anything
War
like
of the
that.
Roses.
Yeah, it's War of the Roses is the big inspiration for the show. So it's
That was a real life historical event.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay, so according to Fandango.com,
I miss them puppets.
13 movies based on mythology that you must see. This is kind of a bullshit list because the first two are Clash of the Titans, the original and the remake. I don't know why they couldn't just put that into one. And then the third one is the
Wrath of the Titans.
Wrath of the Titans, which that made me mad because they messed up the Greek mythology.
I haven't seen Wrath of the Titans either.
Nobody else did either.
Jason and the Argonauts,
From like the 70s?
63.
All right.
Stop motion.
Yeah, I
Like the skeletons.
used to scare the crap out of me.
If you were going to take Jason and the Argonauts and set it in modern time, would it be like? I was thinking of this when I was writing this list down. Would it be like could you do like a Karate Kid, and then the skeleton warriors would be the dudes in the Halloween costumes? That'd be kind of cool, right? And then Jason.
I actually have no idea what you're trying to elaborate.
Like if you were taking the Jason the Argonauts story.
Okay, you're
and
setting it in modern time.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Whenever you say Jason and the Argonauts, I think of Josie and the Pussycat, so I just get completely
They
forgetting.
could be a band. Music biopics are really big right now. What genre of music would Jason the Argonauts play?
Ska.
Oh, they're bringing
there's-
ska back.
There's historical record for this, actually. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a very popular show for adults called The Fairly Odd Parents.
Yes.
There was an episode where they traveled through books, and it was Jason and the Argonauts, but it was Jason and the Pussycats. And
No
they
way.
sang like beach rock, like
Yeah.
Jason and the Pussycats.
What was your favorite Fairly Odd Parents character?
My favorite character,
Yeah.
Cosmo.
You sure
No,
what the big revelation with that was?
I liked what was the
no.
what was the
Like,
general?
what's your favorite character? This guy? No.
No.
Except that.
Nope, you're wrong.
What was the general? I like the general.
Jorgen von Strange.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I liked him a lot. Yeah.
Crocker was always my favorite.
Denzel Crocker.
Oh yeah. And there was like a Batman-esque character, wasn't there?
Catman.
Yeah.
Catman,
yeah,
actually voiced by Adam West.
Yeah. Man, rest his soul.
And they actually had their own version of Batman v Superman, which was Catman versus the Crimson Chin.
Did it also suck?
No, it was actually pretty awesome.
Oh, all right.
Okay, all
They
right.
had Crash Nebula.
Ooh.
Crash Nebula.
It was weird because they basically did this entire one-shot episode of the origin of one of his favorite superheroes as a one-shot, but it was actually just a promo basically for Danny Phantom.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh yeah, where do you stand on that?
On Danny Phantom?
Danny Phantom being Timmy Turner.
I've never heard that
He's
theory
not,
before.
because Timmy Turner made a wish where he would stop aging, and that was his very first wish, so he'd never have to give up his Fairly Godparents.
I'm pretty sure we brought this up like every episode. One of these days, I'm gonna remember.
Fairly Odd
How-
Parents.
so how does
One
the
of these
theory
days
work?
you're-
Because we've met their families, and they're separate families. We've seen Timmy as an adult, and it's not
But
Danny
It's
Phantom.
one of those crazy cartoon ones, like how's it go? The girl that's in love with him, and the geeky girl turns into
Judy.
Sam. His friend
Chester.
Chester turns into the jock. His AJ becomes Tucker.
I swear to God,
prepared today.
if I didn't have this ring on my finger, everyone would be like, he's definitely not married.
But yeah, that was just one of the old theories was that he made a wish when he lost his fairy godparents. The next best thing would be a superhero.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Back to Game
I
of
accept.
Thrones.
okay. Next on the list is "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
how's that a fantasy movie?
It's based on the Odyssey or the Iliad. No, the Odyssey.
Did the same thing.
No, it's not. They're two different
The
books.
Odyssey is part of the Iliad.
Wow,
The
50
Odyssey
Shades
is
of
like-
Grey, is that on there?
Oh,
my God.
Did I look up the wrong fantasy movies for tonight's episode?
Oh, why?
That's
Wait,
getting
what-
more
I mean, it is-
philosophical than I was wanting to get.
It's
yeah.
about a man
What
trying to
the-
get back to his wife.
what were you telling me that started out as a fan fiction for what?
Twilight.
Twilight. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Next on the list,
I mean,
list.
It's kind of a fiction. It's kind of a fantasy for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You like Kristen Stewart?
Who doesn't like Kristen Stewart?
Yeah, I'll raise my hand there.
You sure?
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't throw it out of bed. That's for sure.
I would kick it out of
Did
bed.
you say it?
Yeah.
Next on the list is
I'm trying to define its gender.
next on the list is Black Orpheus,
I've never heard of that one.
1959. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a little past my viewing.
300.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was great. Yeah.
Then once again
So
they.
see, is that fantasy or just like historical fiction?
That is like extreme fantasy.
I think it's because they use the framework of old One Eye telling the story to the Spartans, and he exaggerates it. Maybe.
Okay.
Like, and it's been
Because
proven that it wasn't just
there is
300
no way
people there. It was
all
300
those guys
people
were that
plus
good looking.
A lot of their servants.
No way.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say that it was a
Well,
a nonfiction movie.
Right.
I mean, it was 1,000 free Greeks. It wasn't servants. They
Right.
were-
Sorry, my apologies.
It's not like they just like, oh hey, put down the grapes, come with me. It's they were warriors.
No, it was take the grapes. We're gonna get hungry. And then come.
That's probably your mom's favorite movie, man. Gerard Butler almost naked at that
Oh,
time.
she loves it. She loves it.
That's Adam's
Lena
favorite
Headey in that movie as well.
There's what?
Lena Headey.
Oh
She
yeah, you
plays
see her
Cersei.
naked. You see her naked in that movie.
Yeah. She gets raped in that movie.
Okay.
Pervert.
In 300?
Yeah.
No, she don't.
Yes, she does.
Is she the queen?
Yeah.
Then she gets raped.
By who?
By
The
the
traitor.
scheming senator.
Yeah.
You will not enjoy this.
It will not be over quickly.
Oh
my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, next
Did,
one.
did we just break your innocence? You just
Guess
realize
I
what
blocked
happened to that
out,
scene?
yeah.
That's
Well,
why.
I
That's
saw that
why
movie
she
when I
gets-
was like 13, and it was just like there were boobs on screen. That was my focus. Yeah.
That's why she's so pissed off in Game of Thrones. She's like, "Fuck all you guys now. I got wildfire."
Do you know right before Game of Thrones started, she was in a relationship with Jerome Flynn, and that
Yes, that's why they
relationship
have no scenes together.
went really south, really bad.
Is that substantiated? Because I've seen that before, but I've never heard anybody
It's on.
actually talk about
It's
it.
on the internet, so it has
must
to
be
be
true.
true. Oh, yeah.
Respect.
The next one is 300 Rise of an Empire.
Didn't see it.
Yeah.
No, that one.
It's a must see.
That is not a must see.
Are there? Hold
was-
on. Important question. Are there just as many boobs in that one as there in the first one?
There's more.
Eva,
actually.
more?
Eva Green's in it. She's usually naked a lot, isn't she?
Yeah. There's also like in that one is the most forced sex scene ever. That's not a rape.
Okay, not gonna add that to my watch list.
I mean, okay. So basically, what happens is main character goes to a ship to talk to main villainess, and they get together. They negotiate. Villainess is kind of like, "We're gonna kill you all," and the hero's like, "I'm not gonna let you." And then they fuck right there on the war strategy table. And then he kind of fucks off back to his camp, and she fucks off back to the fleet, and
Then they have the big battle.
yeah, then they have the big battle.
How? They just had sex all over the war strategy. I'm surprised they didn't end up at different places.
I think that was part of his plan.
They're pulling random pieces out of random places. Got an infantry guy shoved up my crack.
Yeah, that movie was not great. I love 300. That movie was not great.
Next on the list, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief.
Is that the
I liked
second
it.
one?
First
What's
one.
the first one?
Now that one does have like a really awesome scene in it, and it's probably one of my favorite scenes of a decade, where they walk into that casino and like they hit Poker Face as the soundtrack, and it's playing through. And they're walking through and looking at this mythological casino, and it's just really well shot, and it is really well done.
And Sean
Thank
Bean
you.
doesn't die.
Yeah.
I
Sean
think that's
Bean
the real
was-
fantasy.
Plays
Zeus.
Sean B. Oh, yeah, okay.
I like,
Yeah, and
I like
then-
their version of Hades too.
I mean, honestly, that's the only scene I remember
See,
from that
okay,
movie,
this
but-
is the big issue I have with
Oh
Hades.
God.
Hades should not be taken as the Christian devil. Hades is just doing a job. He got screwed. He should be the god of gods because
You're
he's the
just
first
butthurt
born.
because the older brother got his ass kicked.
Right. Older brothers, unite. That's fucking stupid. They're
Read the tale of the three brothers. The third brother's the best one.
wait, which one did you say I was?
He was
Be
the
the
first
first one.
one.
He was the badass one, though, wasn't
Yeah, he's the one that got his
arrogant.
neck slit.
he? Oh, fuck.
I think all you gotta do is ask Demeter what she.
By the
thinks
way,
of
I
Hades.
YouTubed the Red Wedding.
Yeah.
That's not as bad as everyone made it out to
Well,
be.
it's because you there's no context.
Yeah, good point.
You're just seeing people.
You
get
knew what was
killed.
going to happen.
Yeah, good point. Okay, next on the list is the Immortal. Although the next slash, anyway, I brought it up because the next slashes were pretty good.
yeah.
That's a hard thing to. I tried to
Do
listen
to
next.
somebody.
Just can't get the split right.
Next on the list is the Immortals, which I like a lot. Pre-Superman Henry Cavill, a really badass Mickey Rourke. Disney's Hercules is next.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then finally,
Was there
That
that
hero.
much? Was there that
That's
much
like in
singing
the list
Greek
of
mythology?
top whatever fantasy movies to see.
It's pretty
Yeah.
great.
Iconic.
yeah.
No. I'm not. I'm saying I love the movie. I just didn't think it'd actually make the list.
I
'Cause
mean,
it'd be like an animation.
I mean,
There's
Yeah.
this list is pretty shit, but that one should be on there.
all right, I'll
And
give
then-
you that. I enjoy the movie every time. That the Muses song there with Mara. Yeah.
But can we talk about the discrepancy where he dives into the swirling pit in Hades, and then at the very end he just like reaches his hand up, and like there's no.
Right.
Is that-
Right.
is-
His
am I
arm
the only
stretches
one that's
like
still-
20
that's-
feet.
Obviously,
Perspective.
obviously, you haven't studied enough Greek mythology because once he completes all of his trials, he gets Mr. Fantastic stretchy powers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's in one of the books. Trust me.
Gotcha.
Now, more important controversy: are you a Hercules or a Heracles?
Hercules.
Hercules.
It depends on the origination. I mean, the original word was Heracles. 'cause
Quit
it was-
riding the fence, man. Make a decision.
Shit or get off the pot, Daniel.
Okay, last one on the list is Troy. Sexy. Brad Pitt was sexy, good looking.
Oh, that movie was
How is that fantasy?
Because it was based on the.
But there were no gods. There weren't
exactly.
anything.
That's why I did not care
It's like
for.
what
it.
Why
Yeah.
don't
Tony
you
said.
like
Like it's
Troy?
become a setting.
Yeah.
because the Siege of Troy is one of my favorite.
Sean
Greek
Bean
stories.
as Odysseus, right?
It's you loving
Yeah.
the original more than the adaptation.
I love the mythology behind Troy, and then that movie just does everything wrong. Like they get Achilles' character wrong, they get the conflict wrong, they get they left out literally every important thing around the conflict of Troy, and they get it all wrong. If you want to watch a good Troy movie, there's a Netflix series that's like 10 episodes long.
Oh God, this propaganda again. Here we
And
go.
that is bloody fantastic. They
Pun,
don't
pun
do-
intended.
Huh?
Pun intended.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Who played Odysseus in like the old stop motion, like Jason and the Argonaut style? Yeah, no, you're the one with the computer.
Okay, I'll look it up. While I'm looking that up, what are some tropes? We always discuss this every. What are the tropes of the mythological flicks?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Swords.
Okay, swords,
Hero's Journey.
hero's journey.
Some sort of magical force. Pretty
That
common.
binds the universe.
Penetrates us.
Ooh.
The only movie allowed to say penetrate that isn't a porno.
Okay, so I got the reluctant hero / peasant or nobody that does extraordinary acts / the age and reclusive hero that refuses to fight but comes out of retirement one last time.
Sure.
The Liam Neeson
Yeah.
of okay, man versus man v God.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like there's always a god that's oppressing whatever the or some sort of giant mystical force anyway.
Okay.
Would the Ten Commandments be a fantasy then? Because the Pharaoh against God.
Oh, okay. I don't.
I think it depends on your perspective, but I would count it. Yes.
The prophecy / fate, the fulfillment of prophecy / fate, or proving that you are not a slave to prophecy / fate.
So then your
Yeah.
favorite series, or Daniel's favorite series, the Harry Potter series, is a fantasy.
I think Harry Potter is a fantasy.
No, it's
We should talk
it's a
about
real
more
life story.
because I know Daniel loves Harry Potter so much.
Absolutely. I know so much about it. If you ever want to see Tyler get
I'll break this
legitimately
fucking bottle and
mad,
stab you.
if you want to see Tyler get legitimately mad, listen to the Harry Potter episode it was the unfavorite franchise episode where I talk about the spell like Patronus Bolshevikus or whatever it was.
I love that episode because we made sequels to franchises that we didn't care about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Then monsters, which is my favorite part. Are there monsters in GOT, as the cool kids call it?
White Walkers,
Dragons.
Oh, there's dragons.
There's dragons.
dire wolves.
I
You didn't know there was dragons?
monsters.
I did not. I thought
titties.
all the dragons were dead. Isn't that what the faceless people are trying? Didn't they kill all the dragons?
The face? No.
No.
You're just like picking random words off
No,
the Wikipedia page.
No. I got it. It's
The
all
dragons
here.
had died out for
And
a long
There's
time.
literally a character called Mother of Dragons.
The blonde chick.
Yes.
You know she's not blonde until this season. She wore a wig.
Did they actually make her blonde for this season?
She decided to do it.
Oh,
So
really?
it'd just be easier,
know
so
that.
she spend less time in makeup.
Makes sense.
Huh.
Okay, all right. And then the sacrifice. There's always the one, whether it's the protagonist or the protagonist's friend or the jerk of the story finally decides to show he has a heart. And yeah. Okay, yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
These are all tropes. Yeah.
Like the Dwayne Johnson movie. The one where he played Hercules.
Hercules.
Yes, that
Yeah.
one.
The tooth fairy is what you're referring to.
No, but I remember one character like, this isn't how I die, and then he finally gets like, oh, this is gonna be a glorious death, and then he doesn't die, and he's like, oh shit.
Where it's okay. So in Game of Thrones, first of all, it seems me being the
Oh, we also have giants. Forgot about them.
And Giants.
the educatedness that I have in GOT, Grand Theft Westeros.
Yeah.
Do they have?
Do you even know how alphabet will work?
I don't know, but I would actually play that game.
Me too.
Hell yeah.
Do they have that I need a glorious death mentality? I never understood it. Maybe because I'm a wuss and a. Do they have that glorious death mentality? Like if they need to die on the battlefield or whatever.
No, I mean, I think you could probably make the case for a couple characters or something, but I think that this is one of those instances where Game of Thrones' niche is really kind of trying to drive away from certain tropes like that to try and quote unquote ground it.
Okay, so let's go with what you just said. So, are there any of these? Does it hit any of the tropes we just talked about, or is it going away from literally all the tropes?
Yeah, run me down them real quick.
The reluctant hero peasant
Oh yeah, you got that.
That's Jon Snow, right?
John is a pretty, I mean, not peasant, but
well, yeah,
very
he's a-
reluctant hero.
He's a Targaryen, or half Targaryen.
Wow.
Well, thanks.
you-
Thanks.
Google
Just ruined
that
last
one.
season.
I mean, I haven't seen anything past season 1. I didn't know that.
I had to fucking YouTube how to pronounce that, by the way.
Targaryen?
Targaryen, yeah.
How are you a hipster and not know how to pronounce Targaryen?
I'm
It
more.
sounds like the name you'd use for your old MySpace profile.
You mean his current MySpace
Yeah.
profile?
Is that still up and running?
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
No new people. You can't make a new account, so the only way you can be on it if you have an OG account.
Oh my god. you
And a
said
ridge
OG.
count?
What is the most hipster way to
So-
do social media?
What's the religion like? Because there is one. Cersei's brother does not believe in gods, right? He's like, fuck the gods. We are men. But
Yeah.
Cersei's a sorceress, right? So she believes.
No.
She's not a
She
sorceress.
is not.
No, she actually hates magic.
What are you Googling?
Well, I'm going by. Well, I was going by her name, Circe. That's a Greek
Oh.
mythology character. I just assumed.
I see.
You know what they say about assuming? It makes you look like a dick.
Yeah, I know. But the Starks, they believe in the old gods, the
Yeah.
first man,
So
first men.
Yeah, so there's like a few different pantheons, I guess, if you will. There's the old gods.
God, your voice is so goddamn good.
Do you two want a
You
moment
need to
alone?
stop crushing.
So there's the yeah.
Daniel's starting to get
He's
jealous.
on the radio every morning if you want to listen to him.
what
not jealous.
channel?
What?
What channel? Are you allowed to say? Or you can tell me after we're done.
Sure,
if you
I
want.
could tell you.
Okay.
If you're here in Quincy, you can listen to me on Cowdy Country 99.5, 6 to 9 a.m.
Wait, 99.5?
Yeah.
Can you get that in Hannibal? Because I live in
Yeah.
Hannibal. Okay. Cool.
Sure can.
Okay. All right.
Adam's going to be driving
you can
to
also
work.
you can also stream us live WCOI.com, brought to you by Midas.
You've literally only hit 2 people with that advertisement, and you're one of them.
If it's free, it counts.
Okay.
Adam's
So,
going to be driving to work tomorrow. God, he's fucking amazing. Stop the country. Give me more advertising.
No, you got the hands wrong. It's got.
I've only met him in person twice. I wasn't going to go that far. One time we were moving stuff.
Tyler,
so-
we're brothers. We've met a long time ago.
that you know of. Did we?
I think so.
I'm sure we're brothers.
I've known you for at least 35 years.
Sure.
Anyway, okay, so there's Pantheon. So there's...
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Okay, so the Starks are the old gods, and then the Targaryens are the new wave of religion.
Yeah, so there's basically in the continent of Westeros, there's the old gods, pretty Stark specific, and then you've got the seven, which is like modern day kind of Christianity a little bit, where it's like more the commercial aspect of religion is how they kind of take to it. Then you've got the drowned god, which is just a god who loves death.
The god of many faces, the dude that the faceless people
and then
worship.
You got the god of many faces, which is just actual death, and then the red god, which is kind of the Jesus figure of the whole thing.
So
Azor Ahai.
So are there physical gods in Game of Thrones, or is it more just like these people worship these? I mean, like in Clash of the Titans, do you see Zeus and all them? Do you actually? No. Okay.
The only thing, there are theories as to certain characters being.
The three-eyed raven, right?
Is kind of alluded to maybe being an old god or a product.
He's like a Illuminati figure where he's like pushing the chess pieces to where they need to be.
Kind of.
I've seen every fucking episode.
It's more like he's more like again, I don't watch enough things. Morgan Freeman in The Dark Knight. What is?
Lucius Fox.
Where he just watches everything.
Oh,
he can't really do anything.
He's a dirty old pervert.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm serious. I feel like at home you were just like Googling random Game of Thrones things, and like you would just like be on one Wikipedia page, and you'd be like, "3-eyed raven, what the fuck's that?"
Yeah, pretty much.
And you'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Pretty much. Like, you guys consider me a hipster, so I'm just like, that sounds really cool. What is this? And then I just go down a rabbit hole until it gets really boring. I'm like, okay, fuck this. Faceless people. Fuck, what is this? And
he's like, oh, they have faces.
Yeah. Okay, so you kind of answered my next question, which is, are there any flicks that go against these tropes? Which you say, like Game of Thrones is. So what's a good example of them battling or not going against the fantasy tropes?
I think a big thing is you don't have sort of the moral compass that you would have in traditional fantasy. So whether it's beyond a specific character or a specific goal, from season 1 they make it pretty apparent that like, hey, who you think's the main character is dead. And yeah,
Ned Stark.
Sean Bean, exactly. Ned Stark.
So there's no He-Man who's just morally compass north, just good all the time.
Well, you got a couple, and then some of them die. And
really?
No
shit.
Yeah.
Because Westeros is just like a piece of shit place to live, right?
Yeah.
It's just like it's horrible.
It looks pretty rough.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Like one of the biggest instances of that, where they're like where he goes against that is. There's Sean Bean's character is always this story about he defeated the greatest swordsman in the country. Back during the War of the
Robert's Rebellion,
and how he to save his sister and all this, and he battled him one-on-one, but kind of find out it was really just a story, and found out
he Han Solo'd it. So
yes,
none of that happened.
Pretty much. Well, it happens for like 2 seconds, and it's like, oh no, we can't beat him, and then gang up, stab the other guy in the back. Just get the job done. And then let stories be stories.
Let's see if I can see how good my memory is. Who is a legitimate good person
in Game of Thrones?
In Game of Thrones, like, well, who?
Ned Stark.
Ned Stark.
Oh, he was a legitimately good person.
Yeah, he was a pretty good. Well,
I'm talking.
I won't necessarily say good, but like very lawful.
I'm talking like, is there any like just He-Man good?
The closest would be is Jon.
I think Jon's probably the closest.
But hasn't he done some pretty like dark shit?
He's had to.
Yeah.
I don't know about dark shit. He's done things that would go against the code of people around him. But I think that Jon is they portray as seeing through the bureaucratic nature of everything to like the actual moral high ground.
There's no like Superman character that like doesn't do anything wrong.
That's because my fantasy is pretty much I like Masters of the Universe, so that's pretty much all.
Not there. Somebody always kills somebody.
Okay, all right, okay. Is there if we were making, I didn't know we were gonna have a whiteboard, otherwise I would have brought this section up, but I'll do it next episode. Is there anything new we can bring to the fantasy table? What is something that we haven't seen that we'd want to see, or something that they sometimes do that we want to bring more into the fold? We're reinventing the wheel, so no pressure
Do we
here.
ever get a fantasy like space invasion story?
People
Fantasy
riding in
sci-fi
on
clash? Like
Pegasus or something from
Well-
outer space.
It doesn't have to, but like just an actual, like if you took Game of Thrones and the big twist in the final season is they get invaded by actual aliens.
Well,
Oh,
see,
Jesus
he
Christ.
says it.
I hope that is not what happened.
He says that, and you don't make fun of him. We did Alien Invasion Flicks a couple episodes back, and I thought it'd be cool to do an Alien Invasion flick set in caveman era.
Right.
Yeah.
But
See,
how would-
he
but
likes
how
that
would they
idea,
win?
and he's on the radio.
Silence now. Spoken.
I'm a catering director. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Honestly, I've been thinking about this, and honestly, that exact plot is what Battlefield Earth is.
Oh my God, that's the world's greatest movie ever made.
No, I was fine with your concept, but you didn't have like a way for it to end unless it was aliens win, which is I'm fine with, but you weren't like, how are the cavemen gonna win?
No,
Yeah,
the
at least
caveman win because of the aliens' hubris. They go into it like, "Dude, we're gonna knock these guys out, man." They get overconfident.
So basically,
let's-
it becomes a '90s like feel-good Little Giants movie where the aliens win because
No, the
they
humans
pitch to
win.
Johnny, and Johnny scores a touchdown.
Yes.
So to Tony's idea about this episode, I think there's actually a little bit more clout we can put onto that than the caveman versus alien thing. Because at least in the fantasy versus alien, you have the concept of magic. I mean, if you turn it into like a high spell slinging style of fantasy, then you could do ray guns versus fireballs, and I'm kind of into that.
Okay.
Dragons versus spaceships, like I would watch the hell out of that.
So is magic in the GOT universe, the GOT-verse, is it legit magic, or is it more of like how these people, I hope I don't offend anybody, how these people in real world believe in
Explain
it?
things like it is very much a growing thing. So in the beginning, it's very much parlor tricks and just kind of farces and stuff. And then with the return of the dragons, actual magic kind of starts to seep back into the.
And they
to
bring
everything.
people back from the dead.
Okay. So the not Valhalla, Valerian.
Valerian.
There was a Doom of Valerian. I'm not gonna say the V word. I'm just gonna say the V word.
The V word.
The V word. And that was the death of all dragons,
Doom
right?
of Vagina.
Most of them, yeah.
Okay. What is it?
Upside down is-
What is it? Why are dragons always like this? This like
Have you ever seen a dragon?
oh yeah. I live in Missouri. Shit, they're fucking everywhere in Missouri.
No, seen a dragon, not chased a dragon.
Oh, I misunderstood what you said. No, I haven't seen a dragon. But okay, so it seems like dragons, the dragons and magic, besides like movies like Ring of Fire, dragons and magic are like connected. So are they the source of magic in the Gataverse?
It is implied that their existence kind of, I don't know if it's the source, but it's like the spigot at least. Their return is kind of what opens the floodgates for everything else.
Okay.
Good and bad.
And their eggs are like bombs or something, aren't they?
I
No.
don't think so.
I thought didn't you know
It's just a dragon flying over.
Dropping eggs.
Okay, no.
It's like Angry Birds, Game of Thrones.
You know-
style.
Flight of the Valkyries plays in the distance.
You know, okay. First of all, I want two things. Okay, this joke's gonna fall on deaf ears, but I'm gonna do
Yep.
it anyway. So I wrote this joke. I couldn't really find a place for it, so I'm just gonna do it now.
I like how you announce that you're going to tell a joke.
Yes, because that's how all good
Set
jokes
your-
work.
So you know how
Expectations.
Game of Thrones is abbreviated to GOT, right?
Yes, because you've said it like 60 times.
Okay, so you know how everything with the social justice warrior and the political thing we got, and how they're turning characters into females, and they want female lead.
Sure. And
So
hold
the
on.
Game of Thrones spinoff is going to be Gotcha Girl, where it's an all female cast. Thank you for giving me a sympathy laugh. Okay, I didn't know where to put that in there, so I just.
I liked how when you were telling the joke, you had your arm up on the laptop. You were like trying to get all relaxed, like it was like an open mic.
I was
night.
really fucking proud of that joke too. At least I got one response out of it.
It wasn't your worst joke.
Thank you.
Cody's so bored, he's opening up his
Yeah,
like,
he's
third
just-
McDonald's burger.
No. Okay. So my favorite Game of Thrones character is this dude. He rides on like a pirate ship where he kidnaps like priests and pregnant women, and he's
Oh, sure.
Urian Greyjoy.
yeah he's
Euron Greyjoy.
he's some sort of okay. So the three-eyed raven dude, right, did some sort of weird dream experiment on him where he jumped.
Yeah.
And he like fuck this, and he flew out, and like he's all fucked up in the head, right?
He's very messed up. This is a thing that don't introduce in the show at all. This is book specific,
Oh man!
which is actually a bummer because he's kind of a cool.
But his character's in the show, right?
Yeah,
But not really.
Yeah, so he has a brother whose name is Victarion in the books, and they just kind of rolled the two of them into one character in the show, who's just kind of this emo weirdo who I don't really like.
Because in the book, he's trying to bring some sort of H.P. Lovecraft type monster into reality, which is why I like him, because I like H.P.
And you said this is your favorite character that you read about?
That I read about
The
yeah.
emo one?
Yeah, the emo, edgy,
Yeah, he cuts,
only from the books character.
Okay, first of all, he wears
How
guy.
very hipster.
He
of you.
wears guy liner. He wears a pork pie hat, and he's got suspenders on, but he takes them off and he lets them hang down to the side.
Like, are you just embracing your hipster nature now?
I might as
or-
well.
Okay.
He's slowly turning himself on. That's the problem.
he also cuts everybody who sails with him's tongue out, so that they can't even tell him how cliche he's being.
But anyway, so I bring him up because doesn't he give one of the faceless dudes an egg? Because the faceless ones are like so expensive to hire.
Yeah.
He has like a dragon's or rumored to have a dragon's age, and that's how he paid the faceless guy to kill his dad. Threw him off the bridge.
Perhaps. I don't. It's been a long time since I've read the books, so it could be.
All right. Okay. All right. Is there anything else new we can bring to the table?
I think for me, I want something that's. I want to blend two genres. I want to blend like the high fantasy 4-color type fantasy with something grim and dark.
4-color. You mean like the old school?
Yeah, like when you imagine like sorcerers and wizards and there's dragons all over the place and there's fantasy creatures and kind of Lady Hawk-esque where there's magic and there's elves and all of that stuff. But I don't want it goofy. But then you take the grim dark kind of fantasy movies that we get, and then you just cut out the grim darkness of it, kind of, where you get like this kind of serious overtone, put it into high fantasy, because like you don't get a serious high fantasy movie, it's always goofy. And when you get the dark fantasy movies, it's always like super low magic and it's a fairy, it'll kill an entire city and that kind of thing.
Like Never-Ending Story?
I guess. I mean, Neverending Story was fine. Seventh Son was the closest thing I can think of to anything even resembling the kind of fantasy movie that I want.
Okay.
Okay, so
Warcraft wasn't too far off either.
like an instance like what you're talking about, the goofiness of this is like you have like a wizard and his apprentice, and the wizard and the apprentice messes up a potion or something, and usually the goofy thing is like, oh, his hair is green or something like that now, and but you're wanting more like, oh no, he blew his freaking face off.
Kind of, yeah. Or like if you go back to the Dungeons and Dragons movie, you have like you've got the two thieves, and you got the dwarf warrior, and you've got the mage. The mage never casts one fucking spell through the entire goddamn thing. She's the comic relief because they're in combat, and she's the one that's riding on the back of an orc trying to club someone. And that was just awful. And that's the kind of shit that always seems to be like you either have these wizards who are just, I know how to brew a potion, or you get slapstick, goofy ass comedy.
So
what
you
about
want
the Merlin miniseries with Sam Neill?
That was pretty good.
That one was pretty decent. I did enjoy that.
He didn't cast a lot of spells.
But whatever he did, it was epic.
Which one was this?
the sea
TV
feed.
movie, like 2-part.
Oh, okay.
The guy from Jurassic Park played Merlin.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, that one was fine. I really liked the direction they were going with the one that was on Stars. I don't remember if that one was just called Arthur or if that one was called Camelot. But they made this big deal about the Arthurian legend, and they made it super gritty and very vulgar, very honestly how it probably should have been. And then they started spinning twists on everything. Like Merlin goes to get Excalibur to give to Arthur, and Merlin ends up killing a blacksmith and freezing a lake cold. And his daughter, whose name is Excalibur, it becomes the Lady of the Lake because he kills her in the lake, and then retrieves the sword and gives it to
fucking
Arthur.
spoiling it.
It happened in like episode 3.
Yeah,
Get over
doesn't
it.
thanks,
matter.
Cody. God.
I would have watched that shit. No, not anymore.
Does anyone? Because I got to get Tony out by 7. Does anyone got any other? Any other?
Sorry, I'm gonna elaborate.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
Adam's very nervous about stuff, so he takes everything almost to complete T.
It's all good.
I'm actually surprised the podcast is still going. I figured, Adam would wrap it up 45 minutes ago.
Why?
Because you're always 3 hours early to everything.
It's all right, Adam.
That's a good trait to have. Yeah, don't.
Okay.
You're literally picking up and putting down an empty can.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip a few. I'm gonna skip a few things because there's some things I want to get to with our guests. So,
Hi.
Okay, hello. So
Make him so nervous every time you talk to him.
Okay, so usually we do homework. I didn't think of the homework
Sweating.
yeah.
Myself.
Usually, but I didn't think of the homework until today. So we're just gonna improv real quick. We're gonna take a mythological flick and set it in modern
New choice.
time.
Okay.
So I took just an easy one, which would be 300. So I'm assuming that'd probably be like an army movie.
Sure.
Okay. Just throw one off and let's rattle one off. If
Jurassic Park.
That's not a mythological flick.
No, it's 300 raptors versus an army of Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Cadillac and dinosaurs. Love it. Have you guys ever watched that?
No.
What?
Oh, you guys. Okay. What about what?
Is it a musical?
Cadillac and dinosaurs? No. Take a modern film and set it in the framework of a mythological flick.
Fast and Furious.
No.
Oh, that would be
it'd
good.
Be so much better.
So what, on horses?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd watch the hell out of that.
Instead of getting a new motor, they just we're gonna get 2 unicorns to rev this thing up.
Hell yeah.
500 unicorn power.
Dominic Toretto gets hit by a dragon at the end of the first movie. Flips it over.
But what would they
It's
use
all
for
about family still.
What would
So
it wouldn't be
'Cause it's all
Corona.
incestuous.
It wouldn't be Corona. It would be like mead or something, right?
Must be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
What about setting John Wick in mythological times?
I like that.
Yeah.
They kill his goat.
Oh my god, dude! Don't
Or his
get me
dancing
started on
chicken.
that. I started crying really bad when they killed that dog. What?
Nothing. Let's continue.
Okay, I think this one would be good as a mythological flick. If you take characters from like Gotcha Girls and Clash of the Titans and 300s. What about Captain America: Civil War? You take like Jon Snow, and you take Perseus, and you take Jason, and then like you have to. But what would
That's
be
the Battle of Troy.
So
That-
it's
that
done.
This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate
Yeah.
history.
So it's done. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, we that's already happened.
Okay, what about?
Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I didn't think about it good enough. What about Lawless, the Tom Hardy LaBouffe movie? What would so
I
they're
don't know what Lawless is.
Me neither.
they are it's Prohibition days and they're taking alcohol. They're like running alcohol under the cops. It's about speakeasies and stuff. So what would be the fantasy version of like speakeasies and Prohibition?
The government controls all potion production in the area, and so they're running illegal potions.
Oh, potions would be good. Or you could set it in like a Sherwood thing, because the sheriff of Nottingham had very stringent like importation laws. So it could be them trying to sneak goods into Sherwood to get to Robin Hood.
Okay.
I like that.
These aren't arrows. These are just a bunch of sticks and some rocks.
It almost feels like you got to force to make it work. Like, is that another fantasy trope where the issue has to be kind of larger than life, like the main conflict? Because now that I think about it, like, you go into Fast and the Furious and these epic movies that are coming out nowadays, and it's like the problems seem pretty centered around 3 or 4 people.
Right. So, and also
that's
escalation. Like in the last Fast and Furious movie, he fucking kicks a torpedo on the ice and it hits a car. I mean, the submarine comes up, shoots a torpedo. It's just skidding on the ice. So the Rock opens his door and boots it into another car.
Well, I didn't believe it, but when you said The Rock, I
yeah.
buy it now.
Now I just got this image
Totally
of
believable.
Vin Diesel ramping a carriage off a castle into another castle while doing a flip and then high-fiving a dragon and then landing it.
Okay. Oh, well, you bring up a good
I'm
point.
so into this movie.
You bring up a good point.
I usually do.
Thank you. Thank you
what?
to you. I don't know.
Daniel's getting really jealous right now.
He's like he's regretting asking Tony to
I
come on
shaved
the
my
show.
legs and everything. Come on.
I like Man Bush.
King Twink.
If you were, this brings up a really good point. If you were going to make an independent, no budget fantasy flick, how could you do it? And not like post apocalyptic garbage. Like you wanted to make a legitimate Game of Thrones, got your girl style.
You do that way too well.
I know. How? I mean, what would be the thing? Like, how would you do that? Let's say let's set the budget. So we're doing it. We garage sales, cookie sales, a few of these, and we get $2,000.
Okay,
Wow.
so I've got it.
Okay.
We take Clerks, and instead of running a convenience store, it's about the guy who runs the tavern.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
And we
He
make
gets shot with a fireball.
So is Jay like the
You want to buy
jester,
some meat?
yeah, Jay's the bard.
or is he the village idiot?
The same thing, really.
Yeah, they're a prophet.
Jay and had his tongue cut out for Treason Bob.
Okay. All right. So we started this a couple episodes
You
back.
suck 37 dicks? Somebody had to say it.
So we started this.
Except, you could do that, but it's one guy with 37 dicks, and that's the fantasy twist.
Yeah, it had a bad spell accident.
Okay. We started this a couple episodes. Stop looking, you son of a bitch.
I'm just trying to read it, and I can't read it.
You leave
Paper
Cody's
has
mom
appeared
out
on
of
the
this.
table.
Okay. We started this a couple
Swallow,
episodes.
Daniel.
Oh, that burns on the way back up.
There's them sinuses.
We started this a couple episodes back where we bring in a little bit of the who's line into.
And Cody ruins it.
He ruins it.
I tried my best. I thought we was playing a different game.
New choice.
Actually,
I tried the best I could. I thought we was playing a different game.
the worse we are, the funner it is. So, believe it or not, there's a show. There's a game called Who's Line on Damage Control Podcasting. It's called. I fucked that joke up. Okay,
Yeah, you
so in these envelopes, I wrote down actual
We
lines.
couldn't even afford real envelopes.
I couldn't fucking find them.
You could have just texted your mom and been like, will you go get some envelopes?
Okay, my mom.
I don't want people to know that I'm related to you.
Okay. So in these envelopes, I have actual lines of dialogue from Got.
Oh.
I'm going to set the scene, and then I'll set the scene. So you two go first, and then you three will be next. You're screwed. You're the guest. You have to do it twice.
You two are first, then you.
So I'm going to set the scene, and then you guys through the scene have to work these lines of dialogue in.
Into a specific situation or just into whatever?
Just as you're improving the scene, just randomly pull one out.
Right.
Oh,
so
I
we
see.
need a.
So we need a scene first.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to set the scene.
I got you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's only 5. So we'll go as long as until you guys are just like, I'm done.
Perfect.
Or there's only 5 lines of dialogue.
Or
in
until
it, so-
Cody agrees.
Until we run out of 5. Okay.
So,
I know
okay,
what game we're playing now. I think I'll do better.
okay. So
choice.
I know the game now. I will do better.
Tony, you are Philip J of the House of Fry.
Okay.
Is he the first of his name?
Yes. Daniel, you are
Not the
Tony
last.
of the House of Stark. Tony Stark.
Okay.
Okay.
Why is he?
Why didn't you give Tony?
God, stop looking. You can't look. You have to randomly pull them out. Okay, so here's your
I wanted to
scene.
make sure you put him in there.
So you're Philip J. of the House of Fry. You're Tony of the House of Stark.
Okay.
Both of you have been drinking mead. What is it? Mead and got?
Sure.
Okay. Both of you have been drinking mead all
You
day.
can tell him anything. Be like, nope, it's horse piss. All right.
Sometimes it is horse piss. Yeah.
Both of you been
better.
both of you been
It's
drinking.
wildfire.
Both of you have been drinking mead all day and are late to the marriage feast of Edmure Tully and Rosalind Fry.
Oh,
Both of you have something.
Kind of a good thing
if
to
you're
be
gonna
late
be
for.
late to what?
Yeah.
Both of you had something really important to do at that wedding, but can't remember. You guys try to help each other remember as you stumble towards the marriage feast. And action.
And scene. Oh man. Whew. I am so screwed.
Already? Well, that's not supposed to happen until after the reception.
I think just consistently at this point. I feel like a mess. Do you feel like a mess?
Oh, every once in a while. But when I feel that way, I just remember what old Stephen of the House of Rogers used to tell me.
Yes.
He used to say, "If you ever call me sister again, I'll have you strangled in your sleep."
Stephen of the House of Rogers had some problems with many things, family, maybe least of all. How did you deal with it?
Oh well, I hit him with a repulsor blast.
That is a quick way to do it.
Yes,
Actually,
yeah.
you know, I think it was Nietzsche who actually said repulsor blasts. I read it in a book. And I've still been trying to find that book. Maybe that's what I'm doing at this wedding.
If you're looking for a book on repulsor blast, do I have a deal for you?
Do you have many books on repulsor blasts?
I'm a repulsor blast book salesman. I mean, my motto is, "That's what I do. I drink and know things."
Oh, that one actually worked out.
That one actually worked out.
I don't really see how that qualifies you to be a proper book merchant, but maybe that's why I'm not one.
Exactly. And if you want to learn how to be a book merchant, I have a book here just for you.
Oh, I've never heard of The Freedom to Make My Own Mistakes Was All I Ever Wanted. What is it about?
Well, it's pretty obvious here on the back. You can see the author has a great line, and it says, "Hold on."
I see. This is one of these Virginia Woolf things, isn't it? I get it now. I think you're trying to scam me. I can smell a con artist a mile away. I don't think that I want to necessarily be in your company anymore. You know, my mother taught me not to throw stones at cripples, but my father taught me aim for their head.
No, that's not very kind of you, sir, to talk about my ailments. I'll have you say I've got a metal heart here from accident in the war.
And which war was that?
Oh, the Great War. I still remember my captain who, when he shouted at me, "All dwarves are bastard in their father's eyes." That son of a bitch.
A cripple and a dwarf, then.
Yes, a crippled dwarf.
Unfortunately, I mean, I haven't been looking at you this entire conversation. I guess now I understand why. But yeah, I mean, I thank you for the book. I'll buy it, I suppose.
All right, yes. Put your coins.
Did you put a different skin on this book? This says Chapter 1, we march to victory or we march to defeat, but we go forward, only forward.
Well, that's how you go to your own mistakes, as obviously labeled. Here, let's take a look at another chapter. This is chapter 4 after you've gotten a good handle on things. This one's called, "I'm simply asking you to run my kingdom while I eat, drink, and whore myself to an early grave." Another common mistake.
I still don't... Oh. Door's locked.
Oh, that's odd.
Oh, there's a sign here. A lion does not concern himself with the opinion of sheep.
Well, that's ominous.
Want to get trashed?
Let's go.
Insane.
I can't live up to that. I don't want to play. I don't want to play.
The funniest thing about that is when you said Hodor.
Hodor!
Somebody actually made a fucking book about him, and it's his autobiography, and it's just Hodor over and over again.
Wait, they're
The
actually.
sad thing is, someone probably bought that fucking book,
I would.
and they just like sat there like late at night in front of a roaring fire, just Hodor.
Wait, Hodor is a character? I thought it was a place.
No.
character.
Character. Oh, okay.
I actually, I bought the audiobook of that.
It's the only. Hodor is the
Who
only.
reads it? Morgan Freeman.
They tried to
Hodor.
get him. They couldn't
Hodor.
couldn't afford him. Unfortunately,
Sometimes you just Hodor. Sometimes.
That was fucking.
it's actually Sinbad. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing. That
It
was
wasn't
really good.
bad. It wasn't bad.
Well done.
Hodor is the only character George R.R. Martin has gone on record apologizing for his death for.
Apologizing for?
Yeah, he's the only character he's ever apologized for killing off in the series.
Oh,
Spoilers.
I mean,
Don't spoil me. You said
he hasn't killed him off in the series. In the books, he's alive.
he is.
Yep.
Oh man.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
So he survives that
can't
whole
read.
debacle.
All of that is beyond where the books have left off so far. We're 2 seasons past the books with the show.
Oh shit! Seriously? So he hasn't died in the books yet.
Well, they've said that they're going to have completely different endings, so we don't know what is going to happen and what isn't.
That's actually pretty.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Alien.
Okay.
Work for Kirkman.
Yeah.
You guys want to try one more time? I got one more section.
Yeah, have these 3 do it.
I
Yeah.
don't want to play.
Do you seriously not want to play?
I'll see what I can do, but I can't live up to that.
Okay.
I can't act worth jack shit.
Cody.
But Daniel.
Cody, you are Dudistros.
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 Legendary.
Tyler, you are Brodicus. Broticus.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Tickus.
I got it.
Tony, you are the mountain's dwarf brother, the plateau. Okay.
Makes a lot of things awkward, actually.
Okay, so here's the scene. Dudistros and Brodicus are on their first shift on the night watch. They are both nervous and worried. You guys are trying to give each other a prep talk when the plateau, pep talk? What did I say? Prep talk?
Yeah.
Pep talk? Okay, whatever. And then the plateau enters the warn that the White Walkers are coming.
Okay.
Action.
Oh, listen here, you Sally Socks! We've got an incoming thing here. It's looking like, it's really bad. Oh, it's not good. We're looking at White Walkers. You gotta sound the horn. You gotta tell the Lord Commander anyone can be killed.
What do you mean, Sir Plateau? I
Hey,
thought nothing
don't
ever
sass me,
happened here
boy.
to top this wall. We're supposed to just freeze our asses off.
I mean, hey, look at them. Walls made ice. They're made ice. They'll go right through it.
Oh shit, it's like my mom always says. You know nothing, Jon Snow, which is weird, because my name's Dudagros.
Seems like your heritage, much like Jon Snow's, might be a little questionable. I'm uncertain.
I don't even want to be here today.
Brodicus, don't say that. You're the only reason I made it this far.
Well, like my grandma always said, gingers are beautiful. We've been kissed by fire.
They're marching with the dead. I think I actually see your ginger grandmother down there. You don't want her to get close. She's not gonna give you good advice. She's gonna bite your neck, and she's gonna say, "For the watch."
That one actually lines up.
Very backwards.
I didn't know you was a
Can't fucking
ginger.
breathe.
I didn't know you was a ginger.
I didn't either.
You always wear that helmet, so I was never sure. I was always certain of this, though. The night is dark and full of terrors.
Man, they suck. These don't make sense.
All right, you are there. What's the name?
Deuterosis.
Deuterosis, which I think is a disease
That sounds like something I got in Old Town.
that my great uncle died from. And he was laying there on his deathbed, and he said, "There's 3 things you gotta know: White Walkers are coming. I am going, and it is beautiful beneath the sea. But if you stay too long, you'll drown."
Makes sense.
I think we have to go to the sea.
Makes
Yes, I heard the expression says the White Walkers can't cross moving water.
Oh my! That seems like a weird flaw.
I know one thing. A Lannister always pays his debts, and they owe me a buttload.
How are you going to collect, though, if you're, dead? Because you still haven't raised that alarm I told you to raise, 20 minutes ago.
I'm sorry. Brodicus, what's the alarm again? I can't remember.
Nothing fucks you harder than time.
Oh, that's right. Nothing fucks you harder than time.
Oh, yeah, they're lighting the torches. They got the signal. It looks like we might be saved. Except, a raven. Maybe it's from the king. He says, all men must die, but we are not men. Oh, shit. It's Gotcha Girls. They're in power now. I knew this would happen.
They're scaling the walls, and if they get up here, I don't want my last words to be, if you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
Well, then just don't say that. You'd be okay. Probably.
Okay.
Man, we're really fucking depressing.
This is not good, maybe.
Oh God. I don't know what to say. My mind's just sprouting out words. It's like, it's better to be cruel than weak. What's the fuck's that mean?
I'm starting to think that knowledge is useless.
Deuterosis or whatever your name is. There's something I've always wanted to tell you. I've wanted to look deep into your eyes and say, fear cuts deeper than swords.
I am pretty scared now.
If you know what I mean.
I believe I soiled my trousers.
I'm captain of this here watch. I can marry you two. Let me just pull out the sacred texts here, and we'll make this official. I failed. Good. Now go fail again. And you may kiss the bride.
I don't think I can go through with this. If I fall, don't bring me back.
Shit.
That's dark.
No,
we just got married. You're sleeping on the couch tonight.
You could have.
Like I said, if I fall, don't bring me back.
Oh, fuck. I can't think of it.
Brodicus, are you okay?
I think I died. I don't remember my last words, so I'll say these brand new ones that just popped into my head.
Okay, I gotcha.
And that's, chaos isn't a pit, it's a ladder.
The chaos ladder.
It's our only way to safety.
If you fall, use the chaos ladder.
I don't want to use it. It's chaotic.
I'm out.
Insane.
All right, that was pretty great, guys.
Oh God.
All I have to say is, our parents don't know what the fuck is going on upstairs.
I didn't get any banging or anything.
That usually comes after the podcast.
My dad going, keep that shit down.
Well, that went a lot better than our last attempt at whose line is
I
it?
knew what game he was playing.
Okay, all right.
I thought your guys' one in episode 55 was great.
Absolutely.
I
right?
get it.
Yeah.
Episode 55, yeah.
I want to keep this name, Brodicus. That's an awesome name. That's my gamer tag from now on. Honestly, it's probably already taken, so I'll be Brodicus 696969.
Of course.
57.
420 no scope.
420.
Do you have acting? Do you ever take how old are you? If I may ask.
You don't ask them,
If I
my
may
dad.
ask.
Do you want to take a stab at it?
Well, nothing cuts deeper than fear. Wait. Wait.
No, you're.
Was that right? Okay.
Well,
fine. I just wrote them
Spear
down.
cuts deeper than swords, but it would imply that nothing cuts deeper than fear. So it's just a reinterpretation.
20. 10.
20, okay.
29.
I'm 25.
25. Okay.
That's what I did.
Did you? Oh, okay. I can't count.
Yes, because when you think of hand signals for 5, I think of...
I was trying to throw him off.
When are we getting the damn hand cam?
Mission accomplished.
When are you getting what?
The hand cam. We've been talking about it for a while now, but we never get the dang hand cam. We just make so many awesome gestures that nobody's allowed to see.
Yeah, I know it. I'm sorry. But anyway, do you have
don't
like
even have to
theater?
show our
Did you do
faces,
theater in
just
high
put it in the
school?
middle.
I did, yeah.
Here, are you from Quincy?
No. I've only been here for 2.5 years.
That explains why you're so good at it. Quincy sucks, unless you like sports. which I don't.
I know all the sports things, y'all. I can tell you.
Yeah, they score touchdowns and
I
something.
think that is. I confirmed.
Okay, all right, real quick. We got 20 minutes. Yeah, we got 20 minutes. Okay, so post-pod trivia. Got or never-ending story?
All right.
I'm gonna name something. You tell me if it's from Got or never-ending story.
Yes, sir.
Swamps of Sadness.
Never ending
Never
story.
story.
The Sunset Sea.
Game
God.
of Thrones.
The Shadowlands.
Game of Thrones.
Sir Pounce.
Game of Thrones.
Morla.
Never ending story.
Okay. All right. Robert, that's all right. Suggestions.
That was
I'm trying to hurry because there's stuff I want to get to. Suggestions. Do any of you have mythological flicks, or do you have a particular? If you're just like me, do you have an episode of Game of Thrones you would suggest to me, or do you have a mythological flick you would suggest?
I think an episode of Game of Thrones is hard, just because it's very much one of those things where I don't think you can jump in, and I don't think you can watch it casually.
Okay.
Or it's just because if you're looking for it just to be like a fantastical thing, it's probably going to disappoint, because it is very much breaking these tropes and just going into, hey, we want to tell this drama storyline and we want to throw you. But it's like if you just go to YouTube and type in The Red Wedding, you're going to be like, well, that wasn't that bad.
That was a shot at me. Are there any just like standalone episodes? I mean, because some TV shows just have. Are there any just like?
I would say there's a couple episodes. There's a few where we don't change location that are like these big battle episodes. So in the second season, Blackwater's this massive naval battle, which you could kind of watch without any context. It's very much, just visual fuel. It's very cool to watch. The Battle for the Wall, the Battle of the Bastards, coming up in season 6.
Was the plateau in the Battle of the Wall?
It was. He was a non-speaking character, unfortunately. He fell off very fast.
Very fast.
His center of gravity was kind of messed up.
Yes,
and,
it happens.
Yeah, it didn't work super well for him.
Okay. All right. Any other suggestions, real quick?
It's not a particular episode, but there's I can't remember. It's either season 3, where we have the journey of Arya Stark with the Hound, where the Hound is trying to get money so he can get the fuck out of Westeros, and so he's gonna basically what's that called? Ransom off Arya Stark. And each place he takes her to, it just like right before they get there, something terrible happens, and the person's not there to ransom them anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, I think the funniest scene was like he's like, "I'm taking you to your aunt," and then like in the episode, like the episode before, like the aunt gets like basically thrown to her death. Like, "Oh, she died last week," and Arya's just like at the Hound and all this shit.
Do they? So they say the F word. The F word exists.
Yeah.
Very much, yeah.
Historically,
They love it.
And the C word, right?
They love it.
Cunt.
So historically, is that?
I don't know.
So yeah, depending on the vernacular you want to use, the word fuck and shit both come from sailing terms from shortly after that time frame.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
And that has been kind of, whether that's true or if that's just myth, I mean, it's kind of it's anyone's guess at the moment, but both of those words come from acronyms in shipping.
What's the acronym? What's fuck acronym for?
Fuck is for unlawful carnal knowledge, which is like knowing something that you should not know in an intimate manner about someone you should not know it about. And then shit is ship high in transit.
Then how did it become what it is? How did shit become what it is now?
Because ship high in transit, it was primarily used for manure, for fertilizers, because it was dangerous.
So
Boxes marked shit.
Yep.
And then they're like, oh.
So when they use the C word, do they use it to demean women, or do you use it like the British use it for just like, because the C word in British modern slang is just
That's hello.
yeah. I mean,
I cut to the morning to you.
yeah. So I mean, do they use
I
it?
like how Adam's like so afraid to say it. Nope, here it is.
So how do they use it? Do they use
In
it?
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
It's fence.
Okay. All right.
You little, you know what?
Moving on. Okay, it's a new month. Our most popular segment of the show. New month, new releases. Just a quick see it or stream it. Okay, these are all
Or stream it.
See it or stream it. So
Okay.
we're not negative. So if it's not stream, it's more like I'll get to it if I get to it. Okay. All right, here we go.
In my underwear.
In your
Chips
underwear.
Ahoy.
Shit's ahoy.
I'm into this now.
Tyler Perry's A Medea Family Funeral.
Neither.
Stream it.
Stream it.
You know, it's his last one. You got to respect that.
Is he dead?
He said
No,
that.
it's just the last Medea movie that they're making.
They say
Don't make
that.
another
They
one.
say that, but he's going to do it again, I believe. But yeah, stream it.
Okay. All right. Daniel, I'm looking at you. House of Newkirk.
Stream it? Can
Okay.
we have anything lower than that?
Okay. Captain Marvel.
See it.
See it.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Not because I have hopes for the movie, but it's genius marketing that they set this movie up to basically be necessary a month before Endgame comes out. So you gotta watch it.
Are you an MCU fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to watch it to see Nick Fury lose his eye.
Do you think it's the cat? I think it's the cat.
I don't think
Sir
it's a
Pounce.
cat. I think it's something bigger than that.
Okay. Dumbo.
Stream it.
Oh.
I'll have to stream it for me. I mean,
Tim Burton's doing it, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's gonna have a fucked up LSD.
Colin
see.
Farrell
Double C.
Colin Farrell only has one arm.
Is that important to the story?
Like in the movie, or this is a new
Well-
development that I didn't know about?
Well,
just recent that.
He's
Tim
a-
Burton.
so
Tim
he's
Burton's
alright.
like, you're not good for this role, and chopped off his arm.
He's a method actor, and he took it way too far.
Well, then I'll see it. You gotta respect that.
Okay. I only put this one down. I don't know how big of a release it's going to have, but I put it down because Kid Harington's in it. Jon Snow, for you that don't know.
The star of the AAA movie blockbuster hit Pompeii.
He had awesome abs in that movie.
That's the only thing awesome about it.
The Death and Life of John F. Donovan. It's about an actor that has what do you call it when you write people?
When you write people,
Biography, ghostwriter.
calligraphy,
No, when you literally just write letters to people, it's called.
transcriber,
writing.
Pen pal.
It's not. It's a pen pal. But it starts with the C. It's not cunt either.
Photographer.
No.
Let's make it maps.
Oh crap.
Fuck. It starts with the C.
Calligraphy.
No, it's a word that means to write or through mail. It means through mail because when you play chess through mail, it's blank.
Correspondence.
Correspondence.
Ah.
That's how you decided to describe the word correspondence.
So anyway,
You did it.
it's about it. We got there. It's about an actor who has correspondence with 11-year-old, and there's nothing devious about it, but everyone makes it out to be devious, so he ends up committing suicide.
Spoiler, there's something devious about it.
Oh, is it really?
I don't know.
Oh,
It sounds
okay.
like there
Okay.
has to be.
It's kind of weird. Why is he writing to an 11-year-old?
I don't know. We gotta watch the movie. The next one is Us. The guy that who wrote and directed Key or Peele. I can't remember. Get out.
Jordan Peele.
His next movie, Us.
I'll see it.
See it?
I think that's a see it for me. I really enjoyed Get Out.
Okay.
Is it another horror movie?
I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, stream it.
Okay. Matthew McConaughey, Zac Efron, The Beach Bum.
Stream it.
Man, he had really good hair in Baywatch.
man.
Fuck, he had good hair.
It was great hair. Yeah. That is one that I saw.
Yeah.
I wish I streamed.
The Dirt. Music biopics are huge. It's The Dirt on.
Motley Crue.
Yeah, thank you.
Stream it.
Stream it.
Stream it. I saw Motley Crue in concert once.
The fuck were you watching them for?
There was my sister and 3 other attractive ladies who had tickets, so I decided to go.
Okay, all right. And then the last one, Captive State. The movie about the aliens taking over for 10 years. Or
That see it from me.
see it?
I saw a trailer for that. Actually, I think right before the podcast started. It looked really good.
I have no idea what it is, so stream it.
Never heard of it. So stream it unless Daniel wants to take me out on a date when he goes.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm available.
Well, you didn't say that you wanted to see it.
You
Now
should
you're
just
too late.
you should just know.
I'm sorry.
Hey, he asked me on a date. Back off.
Okay, all right.
That's right.
Wow, Cody, do you feel left out? Because I feel kind of left
Okay.
out.
I've always felt left out.
Okay, the news. Moving on. I got 10 minutes. The news. The New Mutant reshoots still have not happened. The reshoots were slated to begin September 2018.
The hell
Whoa.
is that?
Sorry.
Is that a
sorry.
mutant?
He just dropped the audience.
Yeah, okay, sorry about that. The reshoots were slated to begin September 2018 for an August 2nd, 2019 release. What are your thoughts? This movie is just pretty much going to be in purgatory?
Oh, it's
Or
dead. With the Fox Disney merger and then this is happening, that movie's just dead now.
I was really looking forward to it. Also, I put it on the news because the one chick from Gotcha Girls is in it. She's got the weird haircut. Is she a star? I think she's a star.
That narrows it down.
Macy Williams.
Maisie Williams. Okay.
Yeah.
She was
Aria?
in Doctor Who.
She plays Cyclops' lover.
Jean Grey?
No, Colossus's
Madeline Pryor?
Colossus's lover.
Kitty Pryde.
Fuck no.
Sunspots?
No, fuck.
Where are we going with this?
No, she played. Who's the wit? Who's the girl that died and lived in hell? And
Magic.
maybe.
Yes, that's Ilyana. That's Magic.
Ilyana Rasputin.
That's his sister.
Oh, I knew it had something to do with it. Okay, so next bit of news: Warner Brothers developing sequel to Edge of Tomorrow. Rinse and repeat. Blunt and Cruz is rumored to return. Thoughts?
Yeah.
I didn't see the first
I
one.
haven't seen the first one yet. I have a copy, but I still haven't seen the first one.
Same.
So, okay.
I mean, I don't have a copy of it.
I
Oh.
enjoy,
I just wanted to feel included.
I
Never
enjoy
seen
other
it.
versions
But I'm
of
gonna say
the
we could be
same
rap
story.
DVD brothers.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
no big deal, whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's just
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise. He needs a paycheck. All those Scientology dudes.
Okay, first of all,
are-
I am a huge Tom Cruise fan.
We
Yeah,
know.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Spielberg is voicing concerns over Netflix flicks
yeah.
being allowed in the Oscars. Steven feels strongly about the difference between streaming and theatrical situation. He'll be happy if the others will join his campaign when that comes up. He will see what happens. The legendary director has spoken out in the past about his belief that Netflix films should only be eligible for Emmys rather than Oscars.
So I saw this a couple times, and it does seem like it's kind of being spun a little bit, because then I went and read about it. And his whole issue is if you're not releasing your movies theatrically, they shouldn't be eligible for Oscars, just like movies that you release to TV or to HBO or whatever aren't eligible for Oscars. So, I mean, if that's the consensus they've come to, okay.
Okay, I guess that makes more sense than how. And granted, I've only seen the headlines from it. And if that's the case, if that's the requirement to be an Oscar to be theatrically released, I get it.
Yeah.
But if he's just being an angry Grodnar that doesn't want things to change, then that's a different story.
Which is what it seems like, since it's all coming after Roma was a pretty hot contender for potentially winning Best Picture, which it did not.
Was Roma Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, what if he's just trying? I mean, is there an edge that a Netflix flick would have over a theatrical, or is he just like, look, this is based on
Budget? I guess
Yeah.
you're getting it out to an audience of people who is captive in a sense. If they just put it on their front page, you have all your subscribers, they see it, you pay nothing for that, and you can potentially get more people to watch it than if they have to not only find out about the movie and then go and find it.
And that's fair. Also, I mean, how many of these Best Picture movies do you go see before they win the Oscars?
Right, exactly.
And because there are all these dramas that you have to be a real big cinephile to enjoy, where if you are just on Netflix, you can just stream it whenever you want. I mean, I guess there would be a benefit to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it holds. I think the good side of the coin is it really holds filmmakers to a higher standard. I mean, lots of some of the greatest stuff right now, and I won't say movies just because I'm not super enraptured in high cinema, but like some of the best television program right now is hands down streaming service stuff. Like
Without
the
a doubt.
best 5 things that came out this last year probably were on streaming services.
name
So,
7 of the 5 things?
7 of Umbrella Academy.
Don't tell me, don't spoil it. I'm
It's
on
my
episode
list. I
2.
want to see that.
Sex
I
Education.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
It was. I just finished it yesterday.
Wait, what was the second one?
Sex Education. Also on Netflix, very good. Handmaid's Tale,
Isn't that really depressing?
super depressing.
So was Game of Thrones.
Well, that wasn't on last year, so I guess I can't count it. Black Mirror.
how Black Mirror's
Did you
fantastic.
watch the Choose Your Own Adventure episode?
Just recently, like a week ago.
What was your thoughts on it?
It was way longer than I thought it was going to be. It kept going.
Do you think it's a gimmick that's going to take on, or is it like, oh, this is cute, but I don't fucking want to
It's
do this?
I heard you guys talking about this on episode 54 or whatever, and some good points were made. I think that they really kind of got out ahead of themselves in making the genre, because they not only did it, but then they made fun of it. All in the same movie. They're like, here, we created this thing, and now we're also being super meta about it. So it's like, now you can't really take it seriously.
I was wondering if you got to the fourth wall meta breaking moments and like when that started happening, I just like put the controller down, like, whoa.
It was great. That one part when your options are yeah or fuck yeah. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, any more opinions on the Netflix Oscar debate?
Only that Haunting of Hill House is
God, this fucking propaganda again.
Because I can't have the stomach of a child, but
it's other than the hanged girl.
Wait, how do you watch Game of Thrones, but you can't watch Hill House?
So I don't have a gore problem. I just have a
don't talk about
horror
it.
problem.
I couldn't
can't get anxious like that.
Gotcha.
I couldn't sleep one night. I was laying in bed, and then I just felt like there was someone's face, and I was like, nope.
But that's the only real scary episode.
It doesn't matter. I grew up with him.
I used to get naked, throw a flower in my face, and just look over top of him while he slept.
Should, I guess.
That explains a lot from working with Tyler, like the random sobs coming from his office.
Yeah.
You sleep too damn heavy. I do it to you almost every other night, but you don't wake up.
Okay, shit, I'm gonna start laying on my stomach.
Birthdays for birthday.
Oh God.
Birthdays for
Do you have
today.
an opening on your podcast?
Yeah, sure. Come on. We don't even podcast in the same room, so you don't
All right,
you can totally tune out.
That's great. I'll be talking on your podcast. You just hear a whoosh. Nope, sorry.
Okay, I got 3 more minutes. Birthdays. This is for you, Nathalia Kelly. She is Sybil she's Sybil on the Vampire Diaries.
Oh yeah.
You were a fan of Vampire
I
Diaries,
was.
right?
I did. I still haven't finished it yet, but I liked it.
Does anyone know who this is? Jared Rushton.
Yeah, he's
Nope. He's the kid.
Yeah, he's the brother of Leo Rushton.
Leo died.
That's still his brother.
Good point. He's the kid with the red hat and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You know, had the
Only the highest caliber of
Happy
celebrity
birthday.
here.
George Miller, director of the Mad Max flicks and the almost Justice League Mortal movie that I really wish we could see. Speaking of, we were talking about Sandlot before the podcast. Patrick Renna, the catcher from the Sandlot, his birthday today. This one's for me. Hope Marie Carlton, the naked chick from Nightmare on Elm Street 4's birthday is today. Brian Cox, the white British Neil deGrasse Tyson's birthday is today. This one's for...
Why did you have to say white?
Because he's white.
Well, yeah. I mean, you haven't listened to anybody else's race.
Black people can be British.
I understand that. You haven't listened to anyone else's race.
Because he's white, he's British, and he's an astrophysicist.
That doesn't define who he is.
I think it does. It's on his driver's license.
Astrophysicist is on the British driver's
wow,
license.
he's bragging at a whole new level.
Do British people have driver's license? What do they
I
got?
assume you have something.
Yeah, they have something.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't they have a driver's license?
Do they got like a piece of paper?
I imagine it's plastic
Probably
at
a
this point.
scroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the town caller just comes out.
Okay.
Here's the registration for my 2006 Mini Cooper.
Adam of the House of Tipton has been approved to drive this day. Verily, there was
day.
much rejoicing.
Despite his astigmatism.
Adam's been shunned from the house of Tipton.
Pip, pip, cheerio. Does it actually say that? Yes.
This is also for Daniel, House of Newkirk.
You see, he only gives Daniel call-outs.
Yes,
always.
that's true.
John Bailey, the voice for Shockwave and Soundwave in the new Bumblebee movie. His birthday's today. And then my stuntman for today is Tiger Hu Shin, stuntman in the Matrix trilogies and the Man of Tai Chi. I was going to skip this section because I wasn't sure, but Tony seems really cool. So, adult film star birthdays.
Yay.
Wait, you're doing a section of birthdays only for porn stars?
Yeah. So
Okay.
according to the
Folks can
internet,
have birthdays too. They can also be black and they can also be British.
okay,
I don't think they can be astrophysicists.
That's a very niche genre, though.
okay,
I don't remember being able to get both of them in the Game of Life.
okay.
This
So-
represents
that's the problem.
space. This represents time. And when you go like this,
And then that's the black hole. According
Tiny, wobbly,
Yeah.
wibbly, wobbly.
according
yeah, don't watch Doctor Who, but you can steal that reference.
according to the Internet Adult Film Database, okay, these are the birthdays. Now the requirements are you have to have a punny name. I only like punny name film stars. Okay,
That's respectable.
so she won't give her age or date of birth, but Skinny but Plenty was born today.
Then wait, she won't give her date of birth.
Her year.
Why
year.
do I feel like this is spelled with double I's?
No,
No.
no.
Seems like it would be.
The
It's probably spelled with double D's.
yeah, she did actually. Yeah, yeah. I looked up. I did some research. Amy So Good. She is a Thai lady boy. So happy birthday to you.
It just sounds offensive. I know it isn't. But
No, that's what she defines herself as.
I
I didn't make
get
it
it.
up. Sandra Nova. She doesn't really have a punny name, but she's 70 years old today. She started in 81.
Still acting?
Her most
She
no,
started
no,
in 81.
she started in 81. The year 81, not the age 81.
1881.
Her most popular film, Who Framed Roger Suckett? Okay.
I need to watch this.
I watched it. It's not that good.
I'm going to say it's almost as good as Lord of the G-String.
John E. Depp, I thought was okay.
Johnny Depp?
He's 40, 45. He was
Age
in
appropriate.
Around.
he was in 12 Inches a Slave.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Okay. This person didn't have a picture, but once I looked that person up, I could tell what gender it was. But from the name, tell me what gender. Flick Shagwell.
Male.
That sounds like a male.
It's a female.
No kidding.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Equality.
Her starring role was From Lust Till Dawn. From Lust Till Dawn.
That's actually a pretty good one.
I like
yeah.
that one.
This one's kind of a cool name. Lavish Styles.
That's Ryan Stiles' wife.
Her most popular movie was Busty Rihanna Lookalike Fucked.
I see.
You don't
Jeez.
say.
Where did the art go?
And then our last adult film star, she just goes by Melon. I thought that was pretty funny.
Singular.
goes by Melon.
Just one melon.
Just go by Melon. Her most
Hey,
famous.
cancer survivors can be
Can they,
most stars.
can they be black too? I don't.
She is black.
Oh, okay.
No. Melon was Caucasian.
Was?
Lavish Styles.
Is it her birthday or she already passed?
What?
Said she was Caucasian. What's the story?
She is Caucasian.
She's either dead or she changed colors.
Word
If
from
you
my
run
brother.
it under warm water, she turns blue.
Her most punny movie was Lady is a Tramp. Lady is a Tramp.
Lady
Okay.
is a tramp.
Okay.
Good contribution, Cody.
So closing. Tony, would you like to plug your show or anything before we close?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can go.
After listening to this podcast, I can't blame you.
Nobody's
gonna
gonna make it
distance
this
myself
far into this podcast.
Yeah, if you like Game of Thrones, or if you don't, but you want to become a productive member of society and watch the new season, you can catch up with us. We're gonna go. I mean, we already are. We're almost done, actually, going through all the episodes.
Doug, your latest episode was only up season 5. I thought they were up to season 8.
There's only 12 episodes a season.
Well, there's 10, but
10.
then in the most recent one, there's only 8. But we're all right. I think I can trust you guys. We don't actually record at 4 in the morning.
What?
I know. So we've recorded through the end of, like, we're halfway through season 6.
You know what? Get the fuck off the show. I don't take liars on this show. No, okay.
I'm so sorry.
Man.
Please, don't leave.
No.
You brought beer and desserts.
Just so you know, we're recording this on Sunday. Adam will have it up probably Monday. That's how we
Monday.
record. Yeah, we don't.
That's respectable.
I
just-
have a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, you have one hand on the wheel, one hand.
I'll be listening to 99.5 tomorrow. I can tell you that damn much.
No, I'm just saying that we don't work ahead, really. We're just...
So we record, but the episode that's going to go up on Monday, I have not edited yet. So.
Oh, you edit?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you overachiever.
That's not my choice. I drew that short straw.
I don't edit anything.
No, he doesn't. So if we wanted to listen to Thrones and Scones, where do we go?
You could go to thronesandscones.com where we have links to everything. And you could also just go to whatever you are listening to podcasts on and search this, and you will find us.
Podcast. Is it on the podcast app? I'll subscribe to you guys.
We're on the podcast app, sure.
Right on.
We're on Podbean, we're on Spotify, we're on Google Play, we're on iTunes, all the things.
SoundCloud?
Yeah, that's right.
We're not on SoundCloud because you have to upload separately to SoundCloud, and I refuse to do it.
Right.
We're on SoundCloud?
Yeah, I know.
Respect.
We should... He's on a lot more things than we are.
He's got a better voice than me. I'm holding
They have ratings and reviews on their podcast.
You guys also have ratings and
we
reviews
do?
on your iTunes.
I think it's
we
all
do?
Cody and Cody Small.
This is how Mickey Mouse we are. We're in my parents' basement. How long have you been doing your podcast?
We started a couple months ago. But again, we're also we really did not judge how much time this is going to take us. So we're 60 episodes in as well.
And you only started a couple...
Yeah, well, we do an episode every day. Which is, we're we can do that. We can't.
We've been doing this
killing us slowly.
We've been doing this for over a year, and we've got 30 listeners, and 28 of them are bots.
But that's great. You have to be doing it because you enjoy it. Once you do it because you want to get something out of it, then it's not good.
Yeah, but how many followers you got? 200?
No.
You definitely
Same
paid
thing,
this
20,
person.
30.
I did what?
You definitely paid this person. Interesting listen. Definitely enjoyable and would recommend.
Wait, about us?
We have...
Yeah.
Well, hang on.
What? About us?
Yeah.
We have reviews on there?
One.
You do.
Or are you one of them?
Call him
No.
out. What's the name?
I can be right now for 20
Bike
bucks.
Squad.
What is it?
Bike Squad.
Thank you, Bike Squad.
December
Yes, thank you.
12th, 2018.
Thank you, Bike Squad.
Yeah, thank you, Bike Squad.
Recent.
Okay, all right. It's already past my time, so thank you for staying later. I'll do my closing, and I'll get you out of here. Dan,
before
Now we
that-
got to pay him more.
Before that, I want to add something real quick. Just a scenario just for you guys to think over. That's all.
Is this homework I have to do?
No, this is just something, just an instant brain teaser, just for your imagination only. A fiery ball crash lands in your backyard. You go and inspect it, only to find a fully functioning Roomba with a knife taped to the front of it. And that's it. Just think about that. Let your mind wander with it.
new choice.
I wonder how it got back after I sent it into space.
Do you know they're sending they're sending an animatronic dummy head in space, and they're calling it Ripley? That's not a joke. That's true.
Why?
Believe it or not.
Because of Sigourney Weaver.
Why
I
couldn't they-
understand, but why are they doing
Why
it?
couldn't they have
I only
called it Max
like
Headroom?
Daniel. I only read the headline. I don't actually read it. Okay. So before we do the closing, thank you very much for doing this.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for the scones.
Yes, scones are great.
I'm
and-
so sorry when you get the shits in a couple hours.
And the dude, I enjoy shit. It's the time. It's when I get my YouTube watching done, man.
There you go.
Thanks for the beer. I have a long drive, otherwise I would have partaken.
Yeah, thank
so.
you for the
It
thank you
was,
for the
it
beer.
was okay.
It's
Mine's gone.
Raging Bitch. It's mostly about the name. Glowing review.
So anyway, thank you. I hope this wasn't too much of a waste of your time.
It's a disgusting waste of my time, but most things are, and this was a good one.
I'm going to be listening to the radio tomorrow morning. I was on this fucking podcast last night. Oh my God.
they told me it was a collab, and then at the very end they tell me they've got 30 people.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe this shit.
Rabble.
Damage control.
Now for your top 100 countries.
Are you a fan? Oh, I guess you can't say that. Anyway, Damage Control Podcasting is recorded in my parents' basement. You can check out the audio version at SoundCloud and iTunes. We also post video versions on YouTube. Search Damage Control Podcasting. For other DCP video content, please check out YouTube. We are working on other content as a schedule for site content. I'm finally out of my state survey at work, so I will have time to breathe. And I got a new laptop. Yeah. No more of my first laptop. I'm going to auction this off to the highest Damage Control podcasting listener fan. My first laptop with like 2 what's the smallest amount of memory?
I'll let my mom know that she's getting a laptop.
Okay, all right. Also,
Merry Christmas.
It takes like 4 days for this thing to process anything. It's so okay. Anyway, check out DCP presents Jane's Got a Pod, a podcast dedicated to the filmography of musician, writer, director, and actor Thomas Jane.
That's the one that you didn't get invited to.
Yeah, and just to throw this out there, all the episodes of Damage Control Podcasting aren't on YouTube yet, but James Has a Pod is on YouTube.
It's only got 1 episode.
It's all right. Me and Dana are gonna start our own podcast with blackjack and hookers and fuck the podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Blackjack and hookers.
Anyway,
it's going to be called Adam Isn't Going to Be on This Podcast.
I'm trying to get more content.
Because he's a little.
Can I be on the first episode?
Sure.
Okay. First episode is up now. It's only going to be like a monthly pod or a 2-month. Haven't decided yet. We did Dark Country. The next Thomas Jane movie is going to be Deep Blue Sea. So,
the one you've already watched for our normal podcast.
Find us on Twitter at Damn Control as well as Reddit. Contact us at damagecontrolpodcasting@gmail.com. Now, Tony, if you don't have to, but you seem to be really good at acting. If you can
he's acted like he's enjoyed being here the entire night.
You can refuse. I'll make Daniel do it if you want to.
Why is it always Daniel?
He's pretty legit at acting too.
I'm all right.
If you could do the closing of the podcast as who's your favorite house? What's your favorite house? Targaryen or Stark?
Stark.
Okay, you're a dying Stark. You've got arrows, and you're what's his face at the Red Wedding?
Rob Stark.
Rob Stark. He's got
right
before what's his face comes up, says Targaryen, say hello or whatever.
Lannisters.
Not even close.
You
watched the scene on YouTube.
Yes. Man, I cried when they killed that dog with the crossbow.
Dog.
We don't talk about that.
Fuck, that made me cry. Okay, anyway, Tony, as Rob Stark,
sure.
You got arrows in it. Here comes who's it, Lannister? Comes and he's getting ready to slit your throat. Stab him.
Bruce Bolton, but
Adam, shut up. Okay, summarize the podcast right before you get stabbed in the heart.
This podcast. Summarize it.
Action. This episode.
Okay.
As remember, you've been shot with arrows, and you're
by a Targaryen Lannister
hybrid incestuous being.
White Walker alien.
With
yes.
1 dragon wing.
And action.
They slit my mom's throat. Oh no. The last thing I'm going to do is listen to this podcast as I watch my pregnant wife die. But they're just talking about fucking dragon egg bombs, and I don't think they know anything, but it kind of seems like they think they know everything. I'm just... They also didn't talk about Fern Gully, which is a classic. And here we go.
That is an actual YouTube comment we got. That is weird. That's verbatim a YouTube comment we got.